welcome back to the 90th minute. We are your hosts. We got Lucas, Waz, myself, Liam. If you are new to the podcast, make sure you are subscribed on YouTube, following on any and all social medias. Also hit like and comment down below. Get involved in the conversations we are having.
And if you want to see live content, you follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/itswaz.
No, just no.
I stream FIFA, so it's like it's football, and so it's like if I usually have my titles. Let's talk football. So
you've had your plug now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
Can we actually plug like the actual 90th minute
Yeah,
thing? Like our TikTok.
I'll plug something next time.
TikTok, like our like we're almost at 13,000 on TikTok.
I try to plug all our stuff. You follow us all on social media if you want.
Links are in the YouTube description.
Yeah. Except for Greg, he doesn't have social media. He's also not here. He's sick. He does not have the coronavirus. We know that.
No corona for Greg.
But he's not here.
He's more of an Alexander Keith's kind of guy.
Well, the one way to cure corona is by having a Modelo.
Tequila.
Well,
Let's get on with the conversation.
Anyways.
Let's get on with the week of football. We're kicking it off with a huge game in the Premier League. Tottenham Hotspur hosting Manchester City. Now, this game had everything. It had a lot of drama. Had VAR.
Had drama. Had Jose
Red
Mourinho.
Cards, had a lot of Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, a lot of people were sleeping that. It was Jose versus Pep.
It's a good game.
Part 5.
There's like no build up to that.
Yeah, it was
a big
weird.
game.
I remember the first time those two faced each other in the Premier League. There was so much hype about that, but now I guess both teams are kind of struggling this
Jurgen
season.
Klopp has kind of overtaken Mourinho. So the Jurgen versus Pep kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Jose is still there. Jose is still very relevant in the Premier League.
But
Well, of course, he's Spurs manager.
Yes, but he's also just Jose.
But I love how the events unraveled in this match. It was something you didn't really ever expect.
I mean, no. It was
As for these Spurs City matches lately,
they're
have been
great. They're fantastic games.
excluding the Premier League one late last season, the Champions League, and the one earlier this season.
That's true. Yeah, they got some bad blood right now.
Yeah, they do. It's a good rivalry in the Premier League.
Let's get to the start of the match. What do you think?
Well, we go through the first half.
Yeah.
No goals scored in the first half, but drama.
I mean, it was basic City, retaining possession. I mean, Spurs created some chances in the first half, I think, but other than that,
both sides had chances.
Yeah,
both sides had good shots. I don't think Spurs had a shot on net in the first half.
I think City should have scored at least in the first half.
City should have had a few.
Yeah, I mean, De Bruyne was playing pretty
City
well.
should have had a few in this game. I got to be honest.
But yeah, when you have a penalty though.
Let's get to the drama. I think that's the important part. What happened with VAR, Liam?
Well, you're going to me. I'm the official VAR
Yeah,
analysis.
essentially, you take us through everything
I
pretty
do
well.
the screen.
Yeah.
So basically, if we look at the run of the play, I guess City are pushing. It's looking like ever more likely they're going to get a goal. Ball gets knocked. A bit of a scramble in the box. Ball gets knocked onto Sergio Aguero. He has a touch out to his left foot to make some space. Serge Aurier swipes at the ball. At initial glance, I thought he made contact with the ball and Aguero dove or fell over very lightly. So, play goes on, damn near 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden the referee goes, hey,
He blows
VAR.
the whistle.
And I'm sitting there going, are you nuts? This is like...
Yeah, it's like...
The game's like done.
If you guys didn't watch the match or any of the highlights, basically what happened is it was Aurier who tackled Aguero.
Yeah.
And then it looked clean at first. The referee said, nothing, it's good, play on.
Yeah.
3 minutes later, ref blows his whistle. Yeah, anyway, so about that, there's going to be a penalty for City.
Well, VAR...
Like, what?
According to the post-game thing analysis, VAR said after about 30 seconds to him, hey, that's a penalty. But he has to wait for the phase of the game to change before he can blow the whistle. So
if that ball gets cleared from
if
the
it gets
attacking
cleared
zone,
or if it gets knocked out of bounds, that kind of thing. But it was still technically under City's possession. So it was like playing advantage in a sense.
I mean,
but it's a joke.
I feel like if you have the ball and the VAR decision favors you, you should blow the whistle.
I agree. But the way I look at it is, this just opens up a huge problem.
I agree.
Let's say City have the ball, Spurs somehow steal it and go the other way and score. You're telling me the referee's going to stop. There's a penalty at the other end from 3 minutes ago. North London would implode if that happened.
I mean, something like that might have happened in the Liverpool match today. I mean, this weekend, maybe.
Sort of.
But
not to the extent.
Let's focus on this, though.
So in the replay, Serge Aurier does swipe at Aguero. Aguero just touches the ball enough
I mean,
to get the ball out of the way. no contact on the ball by Aurier, full contact on Aguero.
Yeah.
It is a penalty.
When you look back at it, I mean, it was a penalty. I think at first when I was also with Mike Dean. Like, that's nothing. Come on. To be fair, I thought Mike Dean had a horrendous match in a sense. He did not. I'm not a fan of Mike Dean either. I'm not a fan of many Premier League refs. Mike Dean he's on the list too.
People make like ratings for players in the match.
Yeah.
Waz has his ratings for referees.
God, just give me a list of referees and I'll just go through them. It's like, no,
who's
he's
worse,
not.
Mike Dean or the Turkish ref?
Okay, I'll be honest. That Turkish ref is very good, but he's also very annoying.
I mean, he was pretty good towards like in the Champions League matches I've seen.
No, in Champions League he's very good. That's why, except for the one
He's
time,
sent off Nani.
except for the one time in 2013, he's pretty good.
Okay,
But
VAR awards penalty, and up steps Mr. Gundogan, who, according to Waz, if you
yeah, it was
go back to a couple episodes, he's the best penalty taker in the bloody world. This man is like a star.
and
Yeah.
then there's also this TikTok that did well for us.
He is up on TikTok.
yes.
Yep.
But he steps up. It is saved by Hugo Lloris. Now, after the save, the ball is pushed out left, and Raheem Sterling goes barreling to get the ball, and it looks like Lloris takes him out.
No.
On first glance, it looked like Lloris made contact with
Yeah.
Sterling. Sterling goes over. Possible penalty part 2. VAR steps in again and goes, not enough contact, no penalty. There's a big old scrum on the field.
I found it kind of ridiculous that they were crying for a penalty after they just kind of got rewarded one after like 3 minutes of play.
It's Manchester
But I mean, I
City.
guess if you're in the heat of the moment, it's like you're gonna do. I mean, I think any of us would, but at the same time,
Spurs players, especially Lloris and Alderweireld, immediately went and confronted Sterling for
Yeah.
diving and
Yeah.
simulation.
and
There was a big old coming together on the
I
field.
think I want to say he dove because it's Raheem Sterling, but at the same time, I think he lost his balance.
What I think it was Sterling
Yeah.
realized he wasn't going to get the ball. He made contact
Yeah.
with Lloris, and he put himself
Now,
over.
before all these events happened, I think it was early in the 20th minute where Sterling kind of stamps on Ali's leg.
was a terrible
It was a
tackle.
terrible lunge. Got a yellow card for it.
It wasn't deserving of a yellow. I don't think it was a red because it
No,
wasn't
not at the time.
malicious. It was just a bad tackle.
But-
kind of thing.
I mean, at that point during the penalty, like problem, whatever, I think Sterling should have had a red card.
Well, that
Yeah.
brings up the second
Oh, during the
scenario.
penalty?
Well, during the second scenario,
Like when he dove.
if
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not
So
a
second
penalty,
yellow.
Yeah.
if it's not a penalty, if Lloris does not make contact to give a penalty, is it then simulation and deserving of a second yellow?
It's not always black and white. Like,
No, and that's what I'm saying is, I think there was contact, but not enough to put him over, and not enough to warrant a penalty.
like contact doesn't mean it's a foul, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean,
But we see so many times in a box, like even
usually
the
when a
smallest
goalie
of
makes
touches.
contact at all with the player, but I think it was Sterling making contact with Lloris. And that's the way I look at it. He went into Lloris to get the contact to go over. It wasn't the other way around. But Jose Mourinho's on the sidelines laughing at the penalty not being awarded.
Yeah, he was celebrating at the
He
fact
sits
that
down and then he goes, "Wait, it's Sterling. Should be a second yellow."
no,
and
he was
loses
celebrating
it.
that Lloris saved it, so he wasn't really focused on what was happening after that.
Yeah.
Until his assistant noticed, wait, there should be maybe a penalty here. Then Jose is like,
No, you mean second yellow.
Yeah, second yellow.
yeah.
for
So and then
Sterling.
Jose just loses his mind, goes to the
charges after the fourth official. It
yeah.
was
He's like,
one of my favorite clips I've seen for a long time.
Classic
I'm gonna be
Jose.
honest. It was
It's like-
great. You could tell he was just so in the moment where his emotions went from one end to the complete other end of the spectrum. Like,
I really hope that like when he retires, he writes a book about his time in the Premier League. I think he's a couple books, but just like I
Yeah.
think he needs another one.
yeah, 100%. But so no penalty for City. So the first one saved, no second penalty. The game goes on. Sterling is not sent off. Play continues. Now, after that penalty, Spurs started to get more and more into the match.
Didn't Aguero have a good chance towards the end of the first half, where he's like literally misses from 2 yards, or was that in?
No, yeah, he had.
I think that was in the second half, I want to say, but I know what you're saying. It kind of bounced around. He took a shot and it hit the side netting. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, Aguero did play pretty well this match. So
But as the second
Oh,
half,
wait. Sorry about interrupting you there, but why didn't Aguero take the penalty?
because City's in a mess.
well, I
because
mean,
Lloris saved his penalty the first time they played.
also let's be honest. Like I said, Gundogan's pretty proven when it comes to taking penalties.
Because
so they switched
Ederson
it
was
up.
the new Manchester City penalty kick taker.
But also, I feel like a lot of maybe the goalies have been studying Gundogan a little bit more. And I mean,
Lloris got down low
because he shot right side, right?
It wasn't a bad penalty.
He typically does shoot right side, so good on Lloris.
And also, with City missing so many penalties this season, I know in the beginning of the season we said Manchester United were the worst penalty takers, but I'd say it's Manchester City.
No, we had a bit of a slump there where we were missing penalties, but we fixed it, I think.
You just haven't gotten as many.
No, we just can't do anything else now.
Yeah, you can't get into the box.
No,
but City definitely have a problem with taking spot kicks. You know, a team that's so clinical in front of net, we assume as they are an attacking force.
You think De Bruyne would be good at taking?
Yeah, honestly,
like set piece takers should be good at penalties. You know, striking the ball well.
Even Bernardo Silva. I mean,
there's a list of players. On
they have a quality midfield. To say
even
the least.
Fernandinho just powerhouse down the middle of the net. Have fun.
But let's move on to the second half.
Spurs get more and more possession. They're creating chances again forward a bit more. And it sees a second yellow card for Zinchenko. He is sent off after taking down, I want to say it was Mora. He pulls him down.
Yeah, but before that, City had a lot of possession, but Spurs were having quite a few counterattacks.
City had possession, but Spurs seemed more dangerous, I thought. I didn't see City as being a threat at the first 20 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, like Spurs weren't really able to break down their backline though with their counterattacks. Maybe they didn't have the right decision makers in their team.
Spurs are still missing a center forward.
Yeah,
they were interchanging between Son and Lucas Moura up front. So the two of them are not out and out center forwards, more wingers in my opinion. But they are doing well with what they have available to them.
But the tactical foul that was terrible.
Yeah, he hauls down Lucas Moura. Zinchenko gets a second yellow. City are down to 10 men, and you know what? Spurs smell blood in the water, and they go hell for leather to get it.
Now, do you think it was a second yellow?
Oh, yeah.
You don't think it was a shoulder-to-shoulder clean contact?
I think he knew what he was doing. It was one of those tactical fouls to get because Spurs were on a counterattack, like I said. So I think it's a second yellow.
I would say also the ball was pretty far ahead. So, like, if you're shoulder-to-shouldering someone who doesn't even have the ball, then...
Yeah, 100%. City go down to 10 men. Zinchenko sent off. Not too long afterwards, the man making his debut, Mr. Bergwijn.
I think it's Bergwijn.
Bergwijn, yes. He's from PSV.
He came from PSV.
Yeah,
he's a good
Eredivisie.
He's a Dutch winger.
He also can play cam as well.
Yeah.
So, are you just saying that because he has a FIFA inform that's a cam?
I mean, he's also playing kind of right cam in this game as well.
I mean, that's left wing.
Whatever, man. Don't judge me, okay? Like, I get it. I play a lot of FIFA, okay?
But yes, he does. He's making his Spurs debut today, and he has a fantastic controlled volley to make it 1-0 Spurs. Great hit, great goal, great celebration.
Mr. 50 million tattoos.
Hey, man.
It's one of the better debut goals I've seen in a while. Yeah. So, I mean, to be fair, they were down a man, but who cares? It's a goal, and it was a nice volley.
It was a good goal. I love the celebration. I love his little hand gestures. Love to see it. That was not even close to what it was, but okay.
So
it also doesn't help with the glasses.
I think he's gonna be an exciting player in the Premier League. It's maybe what Spurs are missing. A little bit of energy.
Well, another attacking option. Yeah. Mora, Son.
I thought Dele Alli also played pretty well this game too. I just want to say.
Not too bad. He sat a little further back in this game, and he more tried to use the ball playing side of his abilities. Yeah.
And also before that goal, they're playing Sterling at wing back for the time being.
Yeah. Yeah. But talking about a wing back, the substitution makes no sense to me. Spurs go up 1-0 up. Manchester City go, hey, let's bring off our center forward and bring on a left back. What?
Well, he's technically a
right back. Sorry.
Playing at left back.
What? You need a goal now, Manchester City. Sorry. I mean, I get what you're doing. You are down a defender, but at the same time, go to a back three and try to tie the game up and go and possibly win it.
Liam, you can't just play a back three with no wing backs.
Also, can I just say, what's his name? Tanganga
or whatever.
Yeah, he played very well.
He's not bad.
No, I enjoyed him. I thought he was very exciting. He was very well positioned.
Was he playing fullback or was he more defensive?
I think he was more of a fullback playing more defensive. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then with Ori on the other side playing really high up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
70th minute.
He was involved a lot, to say the least.
70th minute sees Ndombele and Eric Lamela coming on.
Lucas's favorite French player, I think.
Favorite human alive at this point.
Him that or Fekir.
Fekir's
I haven't been able to watch much Fekir this season.
Fekir dropped off the face of the earth after his knees got shattered.
Yeah,
although I haven't been able to watch much Ndombele because he barely has been playing this season.
I wonder why.
Well, injuries.
Okay.
That's the biggest reason.
Right.
Also, I think he is slowly adapting to the Premier League, like Fernandinho.
But if you
Fabinho, sorry.
Yeah, but if you looked at what he was providing in this match, the evasiveness of him, like
he made a lot of good turns, a lot of good runs to the middle, moved the ball forward,
created great space for himself when he was getting the ball, and created good passes for his teammates.
100%. He's a very talented player. He's a great player to have at Spurs.
He's one of the most fun players in the world.
And Ndombele?
In the fun players, like not best players, but like most exciting to watch.
I guess, yeah.
Because like it's not often you see players like.
What was he compared to, having the precision of Zinedine Zidane? I was like, oh,
wow, that's bold.
I mean, he's damn good technical
ability.
That's
quite the
big shout, Lucas.
Quite the comparison.
I didn't say that.
Well, I know you didn't say it, but the media.
No, of course.
I mean, it's better comparison than when people compared him to N'Golo Kante.
A little bit different.
A lot different.
Different size, definitely.
A French midfielder, you are N'Golo Kante.
Yeah, essentially. Or Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay, anyways, let's move on.
71st minute sees Heung-min Son with a decent shot on target.
Yeah, I would say so.
But it is deflected after oh my god, it's deflected off Mr. Fernandinho.
Assisted by Ndombele.
Assisted from Ndombele.
Who did brilliant there.
Field for 30 seconds, he gets an assist.
I mean, like, he got around these few players. Great pass. That's what you get from Ndombele.
I think for the Euros, I'm going to get Lucas a Ndombele France jersey.
If he makes a French team,
please.
They have a lot of depth in the midfield.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the Pogba's injured and going into the Euros, right?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Deschamps, I'm not going to call him a fraud because he won the World Cup. But the man that he is, not called Ndombele, but...
He's,
anyways. He's the same guy that left Martial out of a World Cup squad.
I mean, he's probably not going to make the Euros.
No, I don't think so.
100%. Okay.
I mean, Coleman's probably a better argument. Did he get called?
Coleman's injured all the time. Like, that guy's just a walking injury.
Yeah. But
yes, Heung-min Son makes it 2-0. Yes, it's deflected, but it's still a good strike. Still a good effort on net.
Yeah.
2-0 Spurs. Scenes in North London.
It was
Lucas.
nice.
Liverpool celebrating.
It's great. I really enjoyed it.
Was this the game? I mean, okay, this is going to sound stupid. This is the game you can finally go, we've won the league.
I mean,
Lucas, you've won the league.
From what I've heard, they need to win 6 or 7 more games, and then they have the title.
Look, I'm wearing the Liverpool jersey I got in the mail a few days ago. After 2 months, I don't know why it took 2 months.
Anyways, yeah,
but I am from content to very confident now.
I would hope so, yeah.
If you don't win this league, you guys deserve to be relegated to League 17.
That's probably going to make like ESPN's failure list.
ESPN 30 for 30.
Yeah, it's like biggest failures of the year.
Century.
Yeah.
Like ESPN 30 for 30.
Yeah, I know, honestly, yeah.
But Liverpool just need to win 6 more matches and they claim the Premier League. And with how Manchester City have been playing, could be even quicker.
It's been a walk in the park.
I mean, it hasn't, because Liverpool have had to work very hard.
I'm not saying you haven't had to work, but just...
Lucas, Manchester City have 6 losses and 3 draws.
It's been a rough season for
when was the last time City lost 6 games in a season?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
4 or 5 years ago.
They've got to slightly rebuild and tweak some parts.
Rebuild bullshit.
I don't want to say.
Lucas, their defense is shambolic.
Look, I did say tweak.
Okay.
That's a better word.
I say retool is a better word to use than
Lucas,
rebuild.
they're starting Otamendi, who should not be near this squad, and Fernandinho, who's a defensive midfielder.
You know how much sympathy I have for that?
Fair enough. None of us here have sympathy for this Manchester City. He's a bloody United fan. I just don't like Pep. None of us have sympathy for this team. But you have to look at it as, how the hell did Pep and City let this team get to a state where Otamendi and Fernandinho are starting center backs?
Some really bad injuries at the beginning of the year.
Bad injuries, 100%.
Did they rush Laporte too quickly because he played in like the cup matches or something, and then now he hasn't been playing?
Stupid. Why would you play him in a cup game? It's worthless.
And for 90 minutes too.
It's worthless.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they went, okay, John Stones is a good enough backup.
Yeah.
No. I don't think John Stones should make the Celtic team at this point. The man's a bomb scare.
I think it's pretty safe to say that City will get knocked out of the Champions League very early as well.
I mean, if they don't
they have Real Madrid.
Yeah, Real Madrid's been playing very well.
And Real Madrid are very good defensively.
Yeah, Zidane has made that team a force to be reckoned with again. So,
well, you could question their offensive ability.
I'm just they're top of the Liga. That's all that matters right now.
But I saw this. You know that dog meme in the fire?
Yes. Everything is fine.
Yeah,
yes.
there's the window in the background. Mm-hmm. I saw a picture of a smug Mourinho in there, and the dog being Pep.
It's good.
So
it's a good meme.
Also, I guess we should look at this from Spurs' perspective.
Huge.
This is they jumped to
Huge
fifth.
Points.
Yeah, they're only now 4 points behind top four, and they were a lot further back many weeks ago.
They were very far back. I mean, they have good momentum.
They sit there with 37 points.
Yeah, if you look at their form, like it is 2 wins in a row, but last 5, 2 losses and a draw with that.
But
so it's crazy that there's only 4 points behind.
I love how somehow in the Premier League season this year, 4th place Chelsea has a +9 goal differential, and Spurs are +8.
I don't know
how. How is this Champions League?
It is not good. Like for the 8th it's not. It's been a battle, and it's kind of embarrassing for some of these teams. Like Manchester United should not be 7th. We should be like 12th.
I feel like this like top 4 race is going to be like the year where Manchester City and Spurs fought for top 4 in like, was it 2010, 2011, where Spurs got into top 4 on the last day of the season.
Yes, because of a Peter Crouch goal. 100%. I know exactly what you're talking about. Big Crouchy in the box.
What else?
Apparently he's getting his own late night show.
Another thing with Pep, I'm kind of glad that he's staying on to. Did he say he's staying next season?
Well, he says that unless if the board decides, he's going to stay till the end of his contract.
Honestly, if he leaves, that just shows a lot about Pep's character. Because one bad season, I got to leave. I got to go somewhere where I can win a trophy every year. I'm like, no, dude, man up and win.
I mean, he's still in 2 different trophy competitions.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, let's see how Pep does under pressure.
I mean,
when it comes to like retooling a team,
he's still gonna win a trophy. In my opinion,
I know.
He should.
Either they
come up with scenes.
Even the FA Cup, I could see City just easily winning that.
Potentially. Well, I mean, there's still some competition in there.
I mean, come on, Manchester City is very good at those cup competitions. Usually, they get the easier draws.
They take them very seriously. Yeah, but Spurs, like I said, huge points for them. Huge win, up to 5th. Can they push on and possibly challenge Chelsea? I mean, Chelsea
without a
poor
doubt
this year.
Yes,
without a doubt. Chelsea have been sitting so comfortably in 4th for so long now. It's like they're getting tired.
Well, are we forgetting that City actually played decent in this match?
They did. They dominated possession. That red card just ruined all the momentum they had.
Well, they had possession, but when they were getting close into the Spurs box, I can think of 2 chances. There was one where Cancelo squared it to De Bruyne and just missed him, but there was also one coming from the right-hand side, squared into, I want to say Sterling, that whoever, I think it was Mahrez squared it to Sterling. Instead of just taking a shot, he probably would have got a good chance on target. He tries to pass it. Like, just hit the bloody thing. You don't need to walk it in and be all pretty with it. Just shoot the ball.
The David Silva one, yeah.
It was a David Silva, yeah. It was just hit it. Like,
I'm gonna be honest, I like Raheem Sterling as a player. It's just his running annoys me. I don't know what. I'm sorry. It's just his running is just so strange. Phenomenal player, but.
Anyways, so any other thoughts about this match or?
I think the biggest thing now is what happens next. Where do these 2 teams go? Do Spurs continue on this win form and possibly push top 4, or does City? Do they bounce back and who do they play next?
Oh, City play West Ham, so poor West Ham. Usually after matches like this, and when Pep is pissed, after this match, he didn't leave the dressing room for 45 minutes. So usually when things like that happen, City usually have a great match the next game, and when you're playing West Ham, who are not, if you look at their form.
But after West Ham, he has actually a decently tough run. They go to Leicester, and then there's Manchester derby.
Yeah, I saw a comparison of their next 7 fixtures. Well, before this one and Liverpool's next 7, and
a tough run there.
It's like a huge difference of competition.
They play Chelsea, they play Liverpool. There could be a lot of losses coming to Manchester City.
And that's before the Champions League quarterfinal.
Yes.
So,
jeez.
What game shall we move on to next?
Let's go to United.
We go from a very drama-filled game to a
it was kind of boring.
It
was.
I wouldn't say it was boring. Just because there's no goals doesn't make a match boring.
It was a great game though, Lucas.
I mean, there were some good moments you could take away from, but mostly Wolves.
There was one good moment, and Bruno Fernandes was wearing red.
Bruno Fernandes does make his Premier League and Manchester.
Finally, the deal got done. I was slamming on it on TikTok as well. How like
multiple times.
Is this deal gonna happen? Please, for the love of God.
Congratulations, your club made a signing.
A very good signing at that.
They made 2.
Yes. Also, if you did not hear, Manchester United have signed Odion Ighalo from China.
Yeah, the ex-Watford striker. Let's not praise him like he's some Ballon d'Or future potential. He came from Watford.
I mean, we needed to sign a striker because Rashford's injured and Martial.
He's the best option there was. There was Cavani.
I'm very.
No, here's what because
what's going on with Cavani, Lucas? Tell me the inside scoop.
I'm sure Cavani rejected Manchester United.
Yeah.
But like Manchester United apparently were interested in Josh King.
Yes.
And they rejected that.
Yeah.
Apparently the agents of Josh King and Ighalo, it's the same guy.
Yeah.
And apparently that guy like has good connections with Ole.
Of course.
So that's why those were the guys. Were they necessarily scouted, or were
I
they
don't
just
know.
guys given to him?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Ole said something. We're looking for a striker that is willing to break his nose to score or something. Like, Jesus, dude.
And also, wasn't there like a report saying that Manchester United like were linked with like 150 different players in the transfer window, in the January transfer window alone from newspapers, whether they were
legit or not. But United are constantly linked with everyone, and it seems more and more so that it's almost like whoever they're linked with, they're not gonna get.
I'm just surprised we were able to get a deal done within a day. It is a 6-month loan, so it's not like crazy. But we'll see what he can do. I don't know.
I'm not gonna write him off and say he's a terrible player because he's not terrible. He was decent when he was in the Premier League. If he can pop up with 5-6 goals for you guys for this year,
he did have a Premier League Player of the Month award. He scored against Liverpool, so it's.
Well, that was in his first. That was many years ago.
Doesn't matter. He knows how to score goals.
I mean, that led to that legendary picture with the mascot. But
yeah, could you imagine if he ends up scoring more than Martial this season? Which I kind of wouldn't be surprised.
How many goals Martial have?
Doesn't he have like 6?
Yeah, but sometimes looks rather lethargic at times. I don't know.
I saw that when on the United
8 goals
after the United game. Liverpool United fans kept going on about how he's the laziest player that wears the jersey. He doesn't really care about the team. I was like, guys, I've been telling you this for about 2 seasons now.
Yeah, for a while, United supporters were really like on the bandwagon. We got to stop Martial. We put him at striker. Let's see how he does. Yeah, he hasn't really lived up to that.
Do you remember the first episode of this season, Lucas? The very first game of the season. AM9. Tony Martial! Hashtag it!
That's not really turned out into fruition, has it?
I love that.
Yeah, about that. So it's not really happened. No,
we have many new viewers from after that time. So here's a clip of that.
4-0. I'm buzzing, man. I'm buzzing. Tony Martial, AM9 hashtag. What's going on, man? I have no words. And
basically, as you can tell, we're waffling about this game because not a hell of a lot happened.
No, it was 0-0.
It's a 0-0 draw.
But I think
Wolves had chances.
Yeah, I mean, United and Wolves have played each other a couple of times this season already through cup competitions.
Too many times, honestly.
Yeah, and honestly, all these games have not been super.
They have not been good.
Not many goals. 1-0s, 1-1s, 0-0. So it's not surprising.
I mean, in the first half, Wolves were creating some good chances.
Yeah, they did look scary.
They were applying a lot of pressure onto United's back line, and United weren't really evading that really well, and
there's no center forward still, so they're hemmed back.
Well, there is, but at the same time, it's like we don't know how to press.
And Adama obviously just such a threat. Surprisingly, no Brandon Williams who actually defended him well in the past.
Yeah, I mean we usually keep him quiet, which is nice,
but not this time. He was getting so many opportunities to get free.
I did miss a lot of the second half because I had to go to work.
Unlucky,
but
you didn't miss much.
No, from what it seems, all I heard that. From what I did watch, Bruno Fernandes did play pretty well in his debut. I thought he created some chances. He took some shots on net, which was different.
He got man of the match. United fans will get behind him because they desperately need a.
He's very intelligent. He's strong. He's good passing.
Did you see the clip of Ole screaming at Jesse Lingard?
Oh yeah. Was it Jesse Lingard?
Yes, it was. Because he gave the ball away.
Yeah.
That was on Wednesday.
Yeah, it was on the Wednesday.
Okay, so, and he goes, Ole, if you do it again, I'm getting you the fuck off the field. He's like, good job,
Jesse.
Ole.
It was Jesse, right?
Yeah.
So.
But with Bruno Fernandes, like obviously you can tell he has very high technique.
Yeah.
Like not just like dribbling ability. That there's more to technique than that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he can read the game well. He can see passes. He can move the ball.
Well, he can strike the ball very well.
He can hit it well. Yeah.
His passing like weightness was really good.
How do you feel with him wearing Paul Scholes' number?
It's good.
Do you think he could ever fill even half the boot of Paul Scholes?
Different players.
Yeah, I think different players. I kind of want to see him beside Pogba and see how that would work.
I want to see like McTominay, a natural defensive midfielder, and Pogba and Bruno Fernandes.
The thing with United also right now, we have a couple injuries, right? And that's some of our best players. So of course we're not doing too as well as we should be. But
also, your favorite player this season, Mr. Pereira. Trash. You've hated on him.
Yeah, he is not a very intelligent player. I'll be honest.
The commentator goes, "This is just not a Manchester United player."
No, he's. In my opinion, I think he's very selfish at times. You can make the little simple pass from here and there, and it's nothing.
It takes a pop shot from 30
yards.
Yeah,
exactly. And just go into the stands. I don't know.
It ends 0-0. Not a hell of a lot happens.
No.
I mean, there were. I think Wolves had the better chances.
Yeah, I thought De Gea played very well.
But like with Manchester United, like realistically, 99% of their chances were just from outside the box. They weren't really creating anything into the box. Which
I thought Mata played okay. I thought he's been performing well.
He's been decent for you this year.
I mean, we need him to step up with the injuries, right? So he's been doing well.
But the only time you guys did create a great chance in the box, last minute, and you missed the net.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Let's move on from this game to another top of the table clash. Leicester City hosts Chelsea.
Yeah, this was
a good game actually.
I missed the first half, but the second half I really enjoyed it.
I think these are two very similar teams.
In a sense, yeah.
They both. They don't play similar styles, but they're closely matched.
Well, their form lengths seem to be kind of similar, except
Chelsea's a bit on and off. Yeah. Young
players
players playing key roles.
From what I heard from the first half, you guys can give your inputs if you have anything else to say about the first half. But apparently Chelsea were actually creating chances from open play, but like typical Chelsea, they were not finishing the chances.
No, they
and
weren't.
Leicester were really second best in the first half.
I don't know if it was first half or second half, but Tammy Abraham had a golden opportunity to score a goal.
Probably first half.
The ball was crossed in. He heads it and he misses the net. I was like, oh my god, you want to start for England? This is a simple finish kind of thing.
But then then the second half comes around, and I thought Leicester were brilliant in this half, despite Chelsea scoring a goal first.
Chelsea do score through Antonio Rudiger, an absolute scramble in the box.
Oh my god!
Like it somehow gets over the line. But the first one or the second one?
No. Well, I wouldn't say it's much of a scramble, but
what am I thinking of?
Credit for him putting the ball.
He headed it in. It was a decent. He had a good game offensively.
No, definitely.
Yeah, it was a bit of a scramble, and he pokes it in.
Oh,
I think so.
I thought he headed it in.
Oh, well, he scored the goal, and that's what matters.
Then again, when I was watching the match, there's some technical issues. So, the camera, it wasn't the regular camera angle. It was, from really far away. Jeez. So, I couldn't really tell what happened initially. And, they didn't even have the cameras of him celebrating working. They didn't even have any replays. So, I didn't even know what happened at the play.
And you pay for DAZN, right?
Yes, but it's the Premier League's fault. It's their cameras.
Wow. I'm blown away. This is like a $1 billion league, and this is what we get.
Yeah, so maybe that's why Liam and I are.
I didn't even watch this game live. It was at 5:30 in the morning. I went to bed an hour before it started.
You need to get a better sleep schedule.
Nah, man.
He's playing career mode till 4:30 in the morning.
No.
but yeah, Chelsea do score first. Yes. But I thought really their only chances really created in this half were through set pieces. Yeah. But Leicester, they were creating nice passes throughout Chelsea's defensive half.
So, 10 minutes after Rudiger scores, it goes the other way, and Harvey Barnes makes it 1-1. Decent finish by him. He's had, I think, a good run of form the past, let's say, month or so.
Yeah.
It was a deflected shot.
It was, but he's getting into good spots. He's making good runs. He's getting good chances.
Yeah, it was a good deep pass from Madison to Tielemans, who plays a great ball towards the left side. And, Harvey Barnes cuts inside, gets by Reece James, and it deflects off him and in. A little unlucky, but I think as the half gone on, I think it was really deserved.
Not the prettiest of goals this game.
Yeah. And it was a good reaction from Leicester after going down 1-0 so quickly into the second half.
And then 10 minutes after that goal, Ben Chilwell makes it 2-1 for Leicester. Another player who's had a very good season for Leicester.
I mean,
why do you Ben Chilwell?
I would say last month or 2 months he hasn't really been at his best.
It's okay. He still had a good season.
The last 2 months, the entire team of Leicester have dropped a little bit.
I think most teams in the Premier League would take the current Ben Chilwell over their left back.
Not Liverpool. Well, they got King Andy.
They're a different breed right now.
King Andy.
So
best ever. No, not best ever. Best current Scotsman.
Okay. Who's the best ever?
That's a good question.
King Kenny?
King Kenny,
yeah. Let's be honest here.
He's the best Liverpool Scottish player too, so.
For now. Yeah. Until Andy Robertson wins all the trophies available to him.
I mean, even then.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Leicester, the second goal was... It was weird because the ball was going over across the box. Willy Caballero, which we'll get into that in a second. He runs towards the ball, but then Leicester player gets to the ball. He's like, oh crap, I have to run back. So he's just scrambling back, looking over his shoulder constantly. I don't know if he really gets set up properly before Chilwell hits the ball. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the ball passes. They pass it to Chilwell across, and he's unmarked and free strike on goal.
It's never a dull moment with Kepa in net.
It's not Kepa, it's Caballero.
Oh my goodness, I'm
Willy
sorry.
Caballero.
I heard Kepa.
Arguably, Chelsea have the shakiest goaltender.
Yeah, that is very true, I think.
Yeah, so, and then we'll get into Kepa in a second, but a good free kick from Mount, who plays it to Rudiger, heads it in, a great header, and it's 2-2. I thought Leicester created some good chances, especially one where Vardy does playing behind Barnes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, pissed me off. If they just swapped spots, if Barnes passed it to Vardy, goal all day.
And also, Johnny Evans had a free header on goal.
Johnny Evans should have scored. Should have scored.
I thought Leicester, in the second half, were the better team and were unlucky not to win. But then again, I missed the first half, so I'm not really sure if maybe it was an even match in that case.
I think both teams are happy with a point. I think Leicester probably are a bit less happy. They should have got the 3 points, especially at home. Like I said, Chelsea's best chances were created through set pieces, but they capitalize on that. They have an aerial threat in Antonio Rudiger. He scores 2 goals, huge 2 goals for them. It keeps them, in the top 4, keeps them doing good things.
Would you say this is a good point for Chelsea?
Yeah. Away at a team above you, yeah.
Okay, was he?
No, definitely. I mean, for both sides, it's a good result. I mean, you get at least a point, and you're still in the title race. Not title race fight, but fight for top 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I mean, Chelsea have been stuck in 4th for ages, it seems.
Yeah, they've dropped so many points, but everyone else drops points.
Leicester have also been...
Leicester have been shaky this year.
Well, not this year, but in the last month, I would say. So.
Oh, yeah, they didn't even make the cup final against a team they were favorites to make.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys missed it, I mean, Aston Villa knocked out... Leicester in the Carabao Cup
last minute,
and who scored in the last minute? I forget. The Egyptian. No, it was El Hamadi to Trezeguet. I think I can't remember.
Was it not Tarjay?
I don't know.
Tarjay scored the first one.
Essentially, Aston Villa knocked out Leicester in the final minute, and it was just scenes after the whistle was blown, fans flocked the pitch.
It was great.
It's like something you think you see in a championship level promotion game.
I love the Leicester fans who were going, James Maddison's crap. He's so bad. Jack Grealish is so much better. I go, well, I mean, on this night, Grealish was better. He was pulling strings. He was making great passes. But
no, he's definitely one of the... Grealish is just without doubt one of the best players this year.
It was Mahmoud Hassan.
Mahmoud Hassan, yeah. You never heard of him?
Have you?
Yeah. He scored against Leicester. So...
Let's continue on with the Premier League from this week.
We can't just say we're going to talk about a topic and then not mention it again.
What are we talking about?
Kepa getting dropped.
What happened to Kepa?
He got dropped.
Good. He's the worst save percentage in the Premier League, Lucas.
Is this a message for Lamps, and you expect him to be back in the lineup next match?
First off, never call him Lamps again. I never want to hear that come out of your mouth. Second off, you can drop Kepa for a game or two, but when you spend a world record fee on a goalie, you can't just toss him aside. So this ends one of 2 ways. Kepa improves and Chelsea stick by him, or Chelsea cut their losses, sell him for 40 million and go, you know what, that was a bad experiment.
Is he even really worth 40 million at this point?
God, no.
So
I don't like him.
And
no, I don't like...
But then again, he has a shaky defense in front of him.
Yeah, but
Rudiger and who was beside him today?
Was it Christensen?
No. Oh, yeah, it was Christensen.
He's the worst of them all.
I wouldn't say he's the worst. I don't know. These are both two sides that are very odd at the moment.
But, like, I mean, you could compare it easily to Liverpool before they got Van Dijk and before they got Alisson.
Yeah.
Like, the back line was shaky, but maybe it was because the goaltender behind them.
It's like Lloris Karius is not a terrible goalie.
I was mentioning Mignolet.
Well, Mignolet. Neither Karius or Mignolet. Not terrible goalies, but they're exposed. Because they're put into a situation where they have to make a crucial save, or they're exposed with one-on-ones.
Or
right?
would you say that their ability, like they make so many mistakes, like even like kicking the ball, and that makes their backline uncomfortable 100%. With their goalie, which makes their performances drop a little.
Football is a team sport. You know, the defense gives
go team.
Yes. No, but a good defense gives confidence to the keeper, and a good keeper gives confidence to the back line. You know, they feed off each other, especially the center backs and the keeper. Those three are so important that if one of them are not working or one of them's not confident, it just falls apart.
Mm-hmm. I think that
there's my managerial discussion of the day.
I mentioned how some of the goals here were not pretty. Let's talk about a game that had absolutely like no great finish to. I don't know. Which game? Southampton, West Ham?
No, they didn't even play each other.
Oh my goodness!
What do you pay attention to anything?
I do. I have a bad memory.
Do you want to talk about Southampton, or do you want to talk about
the
West Ham?
West Ham Brighton?
Yes.
Yes, that's the game I was trying to refer to. Thank you. God damn it.
It ends 3-3 at West Ham Stadium, the London Stadium.
Yeah.
It looked like it was going to be a good day for David Moyes. Then things fell apart. Issa Diop opens the scoring 1-0 before Mr. Robert Snodgrass makes it 2-0. Big ol' Snoddy.
Mr. Robert, I only scored deflected goals for Snodgrass.
Yes. There's a lot of deflections in this game.
Both his goals, crap. They were big deflections, but they were good hits.
Good strikes.
Give that to Mr. Snoddy.
But
I
then
don't like him though. He's
West Ham did score again just after halftime.
Well, first was Mr. Angolo Ogbonna.
Which is why I said West Ham scored.
Yes, technically West Ham do score to make it 2-1. Basically, the ball gets punched out by the keeper right at Ogbonna. It goes in their own net.
Oh, Fabianski doesn't make many mistakes, but that's one of the rare times he has for West Ham.
I like how Ogbonna just looks so confused.
He's like, what just happened? Got hit by the ball out of nowhere.
The ball's in the net. What did I do? Please don't drop me, coach.
2-1 at that point before Snodgrass steps up to make it 3-1. 16 minutes done is looking like, West Ham are on their way for a big 3 points.
And then comedy continues.
Yeah, and then West Ham be West Ham. Pascal Gross. He pounces on arguably one of the worst defensive moments I've seen this season in the Premier League. Both center backs, the ball's bouncing between them. Center backs look at each other and go, you got this. The guy goes, no, you got this. They're like, wait, none of us got this. I don't know which one it was.
It was Diop who does like a dolphin dive.
Diop does a dolphin dive. Barely gets any contact on the ball. It bounces once, and the goalie's like, well, I'm screwed here. Gross is the right man in the right spot, makes it 3-2. It's a good finish by Pascal.
I mean, it wasn't that tough of a finish for him.
He did well. The goalie was rushing out to him. He got it over the goalie.
Yeah, good composure, yes.
It's good.
But it's not like Vincent Kompany versus Leicester.
I mean, no, Lucas, but not every goal is not a good goal because it's not a 30-yard screamer. Sometimes tight in the finish box, in the box finish is a good goal.
I mean, I'm not saying that. That's besides
every goal is a good goal because it counts and it's important.
Even that Ogbonna own goal.
It's a great goal if you're a Brighton fan. Without that one, they don't get a point.
Fair enough.
Mr. Glenn Murray, though, he ends up making it 3-3. Again, a shit goal.
I know.
The ball's crossed in. It looks like it's a handball from Glenn Murray. He finishes it. Celebrates wildly. It seems like Mr. Gonzalo Higuain in the World Cup final. The whistle's going in the background. VAR is being checked. He's just celebrating like a madman. He hasn't scored many goals this season.
No, clearly.
He did well 2 years ago, but this year not so much. But yes, VAR goes, no, we're all good. 3-3. Big point for Brighton. Drop points for West Ham.
Yeah.
Did Agbana score a goal like after his own goal?
Just in his own net.
No, okay. Because I was looking at the Premier League, their app, and they said he scored an own goal and a goal or something. I was kind of confused about that.
Maybe they made a mistake.
Yeah, probably.
Robert Snodgrass got the other ones.
Yeah, so it's not ideal for West Ham. Their schedule coming up. We mentioned this was probably a must-win game for them last podcast. Now it's Man City, Liverpool, Southampton, who are not an easy opponent anymore.
No.
Yeah. Arsenal, Wolves, Spurs, Chelsea.
It's a bad time.
I
look at that and I go, they're now into 18th. West Ham are going down.
Well, to be fair, their end of schedule is not as hard. You got Norwich, Watford, United, and also
because you still have Villa in the mix to get it sent down, but they're right now 17th.
Villa and Bournemouth are still in the conversation.
Yeah, somehow Villa's
Watford,
still there.
I don't know how Watford is still in the bottom three. I gotta be honest. I thought they were just gonna rise up and keep going.
No, it has been
it has been a bad year for Watford.
But speaking of bad teams,
there's a few of them. Which one are we talking about?
Arsenal.
Okay, yeah, I'm okay with that.
What a weird game to go talk to about, but okay.
0-0
against Burnley.
Another 0-0 this weekend.
Yeah.
Burnley are not a fun team to play against as United Sport. I've learned this. I don't know, Lucas.
I give so much credit to Burnley for this result. That's a huge point for Burnley.
In a sense, yeah.
Beginning of the year said, hey, do you want a point against Arsenal? Yeah, 100% we'll take that. Especially when you're in a relegation battle.
This is a game that Arsenal, should have put away early on. I mean, they had some clear chances. Yeah. Aubameyang. Don't know what happened really, but John 0-0 to Burnley. I've been telling people they're an annoying team to play against.
You said you want them relegated.
I do because I don't like the way they play.
You said they're gonna get relegated.
It was when United beat them the first time, yeah, but then they beat us. I'm like, wow, this team actually has some talent on it.
They sit back, they soak up pressure, they defend well as a team. They occasionally will hit you on a break, but they not often. They're more than content to scrape out like 0-0s and 1-0s.
I think it was the middle of Jared Rodriguez. He should have
scored.
He could have ended Arsenal right there.
Aubameyang should have scored in the first half.
That's true. You're not wrong.
That great pass from David Luiz was just wasted with one of the worst finishes I've ever seen.
David Luiz. Yeah, it was a terrible finish by Aubameyang.
I bet Arsenal supporters are probably not even surprised.
Arsenal, let's be completely for real here. Let's be blatantly, truthfully honest. You are a mid-table club at the moment.
I mean, there's 4 draws in a row.
You have mid-table players, a mid-table manager, and mid-table play style.
They have the most draws in the league.
Yeah, 4 draws in a row and a result against United.
13 draws in 25 matches. Over half their matches are draws.
That's not fun.
That's like such an underwhelming season. Just half the matches you watch and in a stalemate.
I know there's Arsenal fans talking about, if Aubameyang does leave, is there any way that they can use the money that they sell him for to sign some decent players?
The scariest part about this is
I don't think anyone's gonna want to.
Arsenal
Arsenal
have 13 draws while Liverpool's just out here with 24 wins.
miles apart.
I'm looking at the table. It's just scary seeing Liverpool with so many wins and no losses, and everyone else is just scrambling for points.
Well, should we talk about their match?
Sure, yeah. I mean, you guys kind of dominated Southampton, right?
If you look at the score.
Not really.
But if you got to watch the match, there's some interesting things going on in this match, to say the least.
It was 0-0 at halftime.
But there's even more to that.
There's more to that. Tell me more, Lucas.
Okay, so there are a lot of controversy, really. Like people, I think people could tell referees were kind of asleep during this weekend, especially the VAR room.
Yes.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So there's a supposed back pass from Robertson in the first half. It kind of does look like a back pass, but the ref doesn't give it. It would have been an indirect free kick really close to the net, but it wasn't given. Nothing really came of it. But then later, Liverpool were adding some pressure from a counterattack. Yeah. Cross into the box, goes towards Firmino. He gets pulled down. The ball just goes over, and ref's like, no. VAR's like, no.
I thought it was a penalty, I gotta be honest. Defender kind of goes through the back of Firmino to...
Kind of pulls him down.
Yeah.
But
it looks like more of a penalty than the Aguero one, I gotta be honest.
But it's not given. In Southampton, they played really well. They created so many chances throughout the first half. Danny Ings had 2 or 3 great chances, which he somehow didn't score.
Danny should have scored one.
Give praise to Alisson in his great positioning.
Yeah.
He is the best goalkeeper in the world. I will say it right there.
Okay.
Sorry, Barcelona.
Probably not wrong.
I think we knew that, Lucas. Alisson best goal in the
I know. Some people say Ter Stegen. Some people say Oblak. I can understand those arguments.
Yeah.
But after halftime, Mr. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain makes it 1-0. Good finish by Alex.
But before that, he takes all my fun.
I know.
I set up this moment.
I know. It happens a lot.
But before.
Well, it's not my fault you keep skipping over.
What do you want to talk about?
This has been happening.
Danny Ings gets by Fabinho. Well, him and Fabinho get kind of like... Fabinho tackles the ball. And then Danny Ings somehow gets past Fabinho. And Fabinho... It kind of looks like he takes Ings down. But is
No,
Ings...
the two of them came together. I don't know what you're talking about. It's just like coming together. But, it's 50-50.
No, but then Fabinho has a second swipe. And like it kind of looks like Ings gets clipped, but is Ings already going down? Is
Danny
he
Ings
making the most out of it?
swiping.
Okay, Mr. Dora.
Keep it going.
It's not wrong.
Fabinho, I saw it as a 50-50 coming together, shoulder to shoulder. It happens.
It's not a shoulder to shoulder. What are you talking about?
They hit each other.
Did you even see the tackle?
Yes, I watched the game.
It was Fabinho was on the ground, so how could it be a shoulder to shoulder?
Because they were coming together, okay, hip to hip.
It wasn't hip to hip.
Jesus. Yes, it was.
He was on the ground.
He wasn't full prone on the ground.
Pretty much.
He wasn't dolphin diving into the man. No.
It was
hit him for me.
I'm not fighting anyone.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain makes it 1-0. There's no penalty given.
I'm trying to be neutral here, not being biased despite me wearing a Liverpool shirt right now. But
he makes it 1-0 with a good finish before Captain Jay Hendo makes it 2-0 after an hour. Mm-hmm. It then goes to Mohamed Salah to make it 3-0, and he makes it 4-0 right at the very end.
Yes. It was a great match from Liverpool. Great to see Firmino get a goal and an assist. Great to see Henderson with a goal and an assist. Great to see Minamino.
Did you say Firmino?
Yeah.
Firmino did not get a goal.
Oh.
This man says he watched the game. Firmino did not get a goal.
He should have scored,
Usually the Liverpool supporter is the one getting everything right.
He got 2 assists.
Today is different.
He assisted Jay Hendo and Salah at the end.
You made a mistake on the Danny Ings tackle. I made a mistake with Firmino.
I don't think I made a mistake. I think it was a 50-50 coming together.
Lucas is hallucinating today.
He's got his new shirt on. He's feeling power.
I know.
Look, that's besides the point. Mistakes happen, and
this is true.
I accept your apology.
Okay. We're going to move on to another decent game. Watford hosts Everton.
So we're just going to finish there?
What else are there to talk about?
You beat Southampton 4-0.
It's 4-0. You're on top of the table. You're still winning.
Your boys scored their goals like usual. Van Dijk did a back heel in the box in the first half for some reason, looking like Ronaldinho out there.
Because he's Van Dijk.
That was pretty entertaining to watch. Aside from that, you won rather comfortably.
I'm moving on to Watford.
This guy gets to talk 15 minutes about Manchester United.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of problems while your team's just always winning.
I can't gas up my team.
Versus Everton.
What is there to dissect right now about Liverpool? You guys are unbeatable.
I'm gonna kill someone.
Yes.
Watford Everton. It starts off very, very good for Watford. After 42 minutes, it's 2-0. Goals from Messina and Roberto Pereira. The better Pereira, not
that's not hard.
Shit. But 2-0. Watford's going, hey guys, this is big. Points are out the table here. Let's take it. Except there's a man named Yerry Mina.
Finally, the match of his life.
I just figured out what I got wrong. It wasn't the Rudiger goal I was talking about. It was Yerry Mina's goal. That was a scramble in the box. For a second, the blue, it happens, Lucas.
So first, you talk crap about me.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it happens. I can own up to my mistakes, though.
This guy.
Yerry Mina scores 2 goals. His one is a scramble in the box. Somehow it falls and he pokes it home. 2 minutes later, he goes, I got you again. Thumping header. This was a good goal. I like that one. 2-2.
This is the Yerry Mina I remember from the World Cup.
Yes. Before he came to the Premier League.
Remember when I said Everton signed him? This is a quality signing.
You said he was world class.
At the time, he looked pretty good, I'll be honest. But now things are turning around for him.
Do you know who's not world class? Fabian Delph.
He gets
his second yellow.
He was a good Manchester City player for a bit.
He was good enough.
Yeah, good enough to make that lineup somehow.
And at the end, absolute heartbreak for Watford, but scenes for Everton. Mm-hmm. The ball gets scored across. Mm-hmm. Who's there was?
Yerry Mina?
Theo Walcott. The man who we all kind of forgot existed.
Yes.
He's still there at Everton doing his thing. He's got bad hair, though, now. Not a fan of his cornrows hair. Doesn't look good on Theo.
What about Adamos?
Adama's just a unit,
yeah,
Lucas.
Adama looks like...
He could do anything. And I'd go, yeah, you look great, because he could kill me.
I wouldn't say that. He's probably a very nice man off the pitch.
I'm saying he could physically just run through me.
He is very physically strong.
He is.
Yeah.
Like, I like to think of myself as a strong guy, but I look like a small child beside Adama Traore.
I think he's around the same height as you.
But I'm not as big.
Get big.
One day you will. You've been working out a lot more.
I try. But Theo Walcott makes it 3-2. Big points for Everton. Heartbreak for Watford. They're still down the bottom. They need some wins going on here.
Okay, what's next?
You don't want to dissect this one? This is a much more interesting game than a 4-0 over Southampton. I hate to break it to you.
He's right.
I mean, what do you want to talk about this match?
Watford have a tough run coming up.
Okay.
They play United. They play Liverpool.
They're in a relegation battle.
They play Leicester. They play Chelsea.
I'm sorry, the relegation battle right now is more exciting than the title race.
100% it is.
I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure that out.
The title race has been done since January.
Yes.
This is a big points for Everton. Everton now, they're up to 9th now. There's a team that was in the relegation zone 4 months ago.
To be fair, they're not that far off the relegation zone.
I mean, they're not.
It's
they're
9
correct.
points. Run a form and you could be back in it.
Yeah.
But Watford, are they going to make the great escape, Liam?
I still think they will. I think they will.
I can't say right now because Villa's form is very up and down. Villa can easily stay up just because of Jack Grealish, but their defensive goalkeeping has been poor. I mean, they signed a new keeper from what I heard, I think, right?
We want to talk about Villa?
Sure, why not?
Villa, they lose 2-1 to Bournemouth. Yes. Lucas's somehow favorite team is Bournemouth.
Not favorite team, just a team I appreciate. And
he enjoys the play style of Eddie Howe. He's a tactical genius.
I've never said that, but
no.
Eddie Howe's job is somewhat still there. He's very lucky to get a result against Villa right now.
I mean, if you remember a handful of episodes ago, many times Liam said that Bournemouth are going to get relegated. Bournemouth are done. They're done.
They were one of the worst formed teams in the Premier League. They went 11 games, Lucas,
without you remember winning. What I said?
Have faith.
Yes. Because I've seen this many times in the past with Bournemouth. They go on a bad run, and then they eventually figure it out.
Yes, well, times change.
And then I said that, it seems like history's repeating itself right now, Oz.
I hope not.
But
don't sound so confident. You're only 2 points out of the drop zone.
But I did say that with their upcoming matches with Brighton and Aston Villa, they needed to win at least one of those.
You did say that, yeah.
And they won both of them, which is the matches they need to win, which they haven't been doing in the past month.
2-0 for Bournemouth at halftime. Goals from Philip Billing and Nathan Ake. But then just after halftime, Jefferson Lerma gets a second yellow. He's sent off. 10 men for Bournemouth. No. You're like, hey, guys, let's not get guys sent off while we're trying to defend a lead here. Just after that, Mr. Samata makes it 2-1.
New signing.
But it wasn't enough. Villa, they lose 2-1. Villa's a team that could go down as well.
Yeah, of course.
Norwich.
They're in
Villa.
I mean, if they somehow win the Carabao Cup, which they probably won't, playing City.
You never know with them, though.
But it's like, if they won that, would that be like a consolation prize for going down?
I think so.
It's happening too many clubs.
Or is just going down just so depressing that it doesn't matter what they do?
No, because there have been several cases in this decade alone where, last decade, technically, but where teams win their domestic cups but get relegated in the same season.
Didn't Wigan win the FA Cup?
Yes.
Wigan, Birmingham, they both got relegated in the season they won their cups, but they apparently just the experience of winning the cup is just a great.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's a lifetime memory, which doesn't come often for, especially in this century, for Aston Villa fans.
I mean, especially if you're Aston Villa supporter, winning any trophy is nice, right?
Yeah, because
it's not something that happens all the time. Yeah.
No, they'll win the J. Percy Page Paint Trophy. What was it called?
I mean, I think you have to be in the third division to play in that.
J.P. White Trophy. What's it called?
I know it. There's a Checkatrade trophy.
Yeah.
There's the Johnson's Paint trophy.
Yeah, there you go.
I know you were trying to say there.
So
there was another game I want to touch on quickly. Sheffield United get a 1-0 victory over Crystal Palace. It was an own goal by Vincent Gaeta. Not a hell of a lot on this game.
I mean, it's a terrible goal.
It's a terrible goal. There was a red card, but it was rescinded and given as a yellow.
And they used a screen.
You'll have to see it. Not a hell of a lot to talk about, but good points for Sheffield United. They're sticking up there.
Only 5 points behind Chelsea.
They're not bad. You have to give Chris Wilder huge praise.
And also, I liked their signing.
Who did they sign?
Sander Berge.
Yes. Oh, the FIFA career mode legend, Big Sander Berge. 6'5" Norwegian center midfielder.
Apparently, he was going to go to Manchester United last week. No, that was just a lie.
He's going to Sheffield.
I mean, Sheffield United, right?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. Sheffield. You got it. Yeah,
I said Sheffield, but he's still going to Sheffield. So the general area.
Yes.
He's going to the Midlands.
There's only Sheffields.
There's only one Sheffield. There's different teams there.
Yeah.
Okay. There's only one place called Sheffield.
According to some comments we've gotten, many comments from TikTok and YouTube, Sheffield is Sheffield FC, the first ever team in Sheffield. Then Sheffield United is obviously Sheffield United.
Yes.
Sheffield Wednesday.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
I think there's more to it, but...
I was going to give like a fun fact, but it has zero correlation at all to this conversation.
Sander Berge did get to play. I'm really intrigued to see how he adapts.
I hope he does well. I like him.
Yeah,
he's a big man.
Liam, do you have your fun fact? Does it work in this time?
Yes, it does, actually. Sure, I actually brought it up last when we talked about Liverpool. But do you remember last episode or 2 episodes ago where I said... that Sadio Mane has never lost at Anfield?
Yes.
Well, there's more.
There's more.
Not only has Sadio Mane never lost at Anfield, Alisson, Adrian, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Keita, Shaqiri, and Salah have also never lost at Anfield.
I mean, to be fair, most of them came at a good time.
Yes, they've all kind of come at the same time. But that's a starting 11 damn near.
Wait, Alisson is not yet to lose at Anfield?
He just joined the last season.
I know, that's pretty
They've never lost at Anfield. This is almost 11 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
They don't know
7,
the feeling
8, 9,
of losing
10.
at Anfield. Can you imagine that? You've been at this club for what, over a year now?
Salah's been here for what, 2 years? 3 years?
So that's...
almost 3 years now. He's in his 3rd season now.
Yeah.
Without losing at home.
I mean, we did lose to Chelsea one time.
This is in the Premier League. Yes, this is in the Premier League. Premier League.
Because I know we made a TikTok about the Mane one, and then people were saying, "Oh, they lost to Chelsea one time." It says Chelsea. It says in the Premier League on the TikTok.
Reading, people, reading.
A lot of people don't know how to do that nowadays.
It's a tough art. I gotta be honest.
Really exciting Premier League weekend. I'm looking forward to next weekend. Oh wait.
Is it international break?
No.
Lucas, are you going to skip over the 0-0 between Newcastle and Norwich?
Yes.
Okay.
Good job, Dubravka. Norwich's kids were terrible.
Yes.
Dubravka's had a great season.
So anyways, you're saying?
A great Premier League weekend. Moving to the winter break now. So there's only a few games happening next weekend.
I don't understand those words.
What do you mean?
Premier League and winter break.
Yes.
Does this happen often?
Saturday sees Everton host Crystal Palace, and then Brighton hosts Watford. Sunday has Sheffield United hosting Bournemouth, and Manchester City hosting West Ham.
So we're gonna be scraping the bare bones for next week's podcast.
Get ready for that one. No, there'll be. We'll talk more about the Bundesliga, Serie A.
Yeah.
The continental Europe leagues.
You know, if you have any questions, ask them down in the comments, and
yes.
And we'll answer them on the podcast next week.
Even on TikTok or anything,
we'll make a TikTok too.
Look at this guy go. Look at big old Gary V over here.
I'll make the TikTok like next week.
Okay.
But yes, are you happy that there's a winter break for these sides?
No. Keep the Premier League going.
But there have been lots of matches.
It's nice.
For the players, it's nice. For me as a fan, I go, get on there. I want to watch some Premier.
Good for the player. I mean, especially for Liverpool, they play a lot of matches recently. Mm-hmm. So a nice little break.
There will be FA Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but there's 5:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m. No 8 a.m.
So Lucas, are you waking up Everton match to watch them? Are you gonna watch Everton 5:30 in the morning against Crystal Palace?
Over my dead body.
That's probably the most negative thing I've heard him ever say.
The toffees.
Anyways,
let's move on.
Oh, you want to talk about FA Cup or no?
No.
I mean,
I want to talk about the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
The Bundesliga has been very fun recently.
Where shall we start?
Dortmund, come on.
Okay.
They have the most exciting transfer right now.
Dortmund win 5-0 over Union Berlin. Now, not the most exciting game. Yes, it was 5-0, but there was not much challenge for them. I gotta say, Lucas.
I mean, 5-0. Some of the recent teams they've played have not been.
But what we can say is, like you just said, they made the signing of January.
Probably.
Mr. Håland has come into Borussia Dortmund and gone, hey, I'm good. Let me score.
You guys know who his way back is?
Yes. He's a FIFA YouTuber. You know, way back.
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, he's a FIFA YouTuber. Got nice hair.
David Luiz hair.
You could say that.
Beautiful. Sure.
Yeah. But apparently he just hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, so he's a pretty big deal.
Congratulations.
But apparently, Håland was watching his way back in like 2015.
A lot of these guys have. A lot of these current footballers.
Yeah, because Håland sent a picture to his way back and his friends back then of them drinking McCoffees because, his way back, he loves iced coffees from McDonald's.
Beautiful.
He's kind of like you and Moz.
I am Håland?
No, yours way back.
Oh, I was just Håland.
You love the McDonald's iced coffees and smoothies.
I don't do iced coffees.
Okay, what does that have to do with...
But it's just something I want to mention.
It's a fun fact?
Yeah, like... Håland watched this YouTuber many years ago.
I'll talk to you, not to him. The game starts off with Jadon Sancho scoring a goal. Yeah. I'll talk to you as well because you're just going to ignore him. Jadon Sancho scores a goal. Match. Yes, good for you, but you're talking about YouTubers and drinking iced coffees.
I thought it was...
It's an interesting fact. I give you an interesting fact thumbs up.
Maybe in a couple of years, there'll be some small footballer watching us.
Maybe Karamoko Dembele is watching us right now.
And then he'll tweet us in a couple of years, hey guys, remember me? I'm like, sure.
It's okay. But my sister's still friends with Alphonso Davies. We're holding on to that one. But yes, Jadon Sancho just opened the scoring in the 13th minute, and a few minutes later, Mr. Håland gets his first of the night. The two of them have been red hot since coming back after winter break.
Yes, I have my own fact about Jadon Sancho.
Another fact. Okay, I'm ready.
Yes, but you can continue.
No, you hit me with your facts.
I just want to get the number.
See, he's not even ready. Marco Reus makes it 3-0 in the 68th minute, and then Axel Witsel makes it 4-0 before Mr. Håland grabs his second of the night to make it 5-0. Now, Mr. Håland, he's done well. 7 goals so far, 3 games.
With Dortmund. Not bad. Those are good stats.
It's not bad. He has 100% shot accuracy.
He'd be doing very well.
Every shot he's taken.
Those are some stats. Man United are probably just like, clenching their teeth every time they score. I was like, could have been with us, but it's okay. I'm glad to see him doing well. He's an exciting player.
He's averaging 20 minutes per goal.
Jesus. Yeah, the Bundesliga just has good strikers and forwards. It's very fun to watch offensively.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, for Jadon Sancho, it's his 11th time this season in all competitions where he gets a goal and an assist in the match.
Yeah, he's very involved for Dortmund. It's insane.
If we ignore Messi, Sancho equals the record for most matches for 1 goals and 1 assists by a player playing in a top 5 league in the past 6 years.
Who was it? Who was it for?
Bobby.
Fair enough. Bobby Firmino, yeah.
That season when 17-18 season.
Yeah, I mean, he is very influential with assists and goals. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so Sancho, fantastic player. You love to see him continue to perform. You could say that, the recent Dortmund schedule has been...
It's been a bit
Let's be real here. Them taking advantage of it, it's very good. I mean, in the past, they've kind of just done poorly against these lower teams.
Games like this are their ability to get confidence and to get the perfect formation set up.
Sometimes, I think we've noticed in the past where Dortmund will go, they'll score a lot of goals against the team and they start to fall apart a little bit mid-game and it'll end up as a draw, right?
Sloppy mistakes.
Exactly, and that's not happening anymore.
Yeah, if you're getting the confidence of scoring so many goals so quickly in the match, you're going to have that confidence throughout the whole match.
It puts them into the title discussion once again, right?
Well, I want to talk about the main title race going on.
What do you think of the Emre Can transfer?
Emre Can just go to Dortmund. That's a good player for them to have. It's a good utility man in their midfield.
I mean, he excelled at Liverpool, right?
I wouldn't say excelled,
but he played well.
Yeah, he was one of those type of players that had those 10 out of 10 performances, then a 6 out of 10 performance. Yeah.
But it's a good player to have in your squad.
He never really caught on at Juventus. He didn't.
He had the potential, right?
He had a good first season, but then this whole season, people just talk crap about him.
Sorry, Juventus fans being a little.
I mean, clearly Dortmund know how to kind of fix players in a sense, or just get the best out of them.
Look at Axel Witsel. He was a guy that was kind of written off from Europe. He's come in, did a fantastic job there.
I mean, if Chan another example, I think, is Mario Götze.
Yeah,
when he went to Bayern, he ran into some medical issues. Not the same, but he's come back and he's playing well.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's been great this season.
I said well. He's not world class.
I mean, to be fair, most of the time he has to play as a striker.
But he's a good option, right?
Big boys or top of the table?
Except one team is slipping by the name of RB Leipzig.
I'm saying, are we going to the big boys or are we going to the top of the table? top of the table is Leipzig versus Borussia Mönchengladbach.
And
yeah, that was a.
Let's talk about that.
That's a definition of a game of two halves, honestly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gladbach were just completely dominant in the first half, causing so many mistakes from Leipzig.
Yeah.
Great transitions from defense to offense, and taking advantage of the wings.
Plea and Hoffman make it.
How do you pronounce the name? Plea?
Playa,
okay.
I think.
Playa.
He had a great goal last week too, where he just like fakes shooting it and then shoots with the other foot.
2-0 at halftime for Borussia Mönchengladbach. But like you say, it's a game of two halves. Patrick Schick comes on at halftime. He scores within 5 minutes.
Yeah, Sommer just grabs the ball, drops it, and then Schick just...
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest of goals. It was a bit of a blunder.
By your definition, it's a great finish.
It's a big goal. Gives him a point, Lucas. But Patrick Schick's had a good season. I like him.
Yes. But... The Nkunku goal, that was a banger and a half.
Tell me more.
I mean, he gets the ball from like 25 yards, 22 yards, and just smashes it home on the side netting, right side.
Playa did get a.
That's gonna be heartbreaking for Mönchengladbach.
Yeah, honestly, Playa did get sent off. Like Liam just mentioned.
It's also kind of reminds me of Company's goal against Leicester.
It was a great goal.
Except that goal broke your heart. Sorry for bringing up bad memories.
I mean, it's not exactly the same goal.
No, but I mean like
the context of it.
Yeah, the context is there.
I mean,
but anyway,
this would have been a huge win for
Gladbach. If only Playa didn't get sent off.
Yeah, you just argue with the ref so much where the ref just ended up giving him another yellow card.
Stupid.
In my beer league team, I guess you say,
yes,
Sunday league team, we have a player like that. Constantly argues with the ref every time. We don't know why. We tell him to shut up because you're going to get carded. It's like, I don't care. Like, here's my thing. There's no point in arguing with the referee because he's not going to change his decision.
He's not going to take back a card.
Once he takes a card, have you ever seen a referee take back a decision? No. Really, very rarely.
Okay. I'll take it back.
Yeah, like
this guy persuaded me.
A player can never persuade a referee. That's just.
But players do that because the refs never put any action to it. Yeah. But maybe if they start putting action like they did to Playa, then they'll stop arguing towards the referee like that in awful ways because I'm sure he said something terrible.
Look, the referee can make as many bad calls as he wants. You're not going to change a thing as a player.
Yep. Leipzig did make a good signing in January with Dani Olmo. I think he'll be good for them in the long run.
Well, actually, your only hope is VAR. VAR is a saving grace for some players. But anyways.
I don't think VAR is coming to beer leagues anytime soon.
I don't want to deal with that.
But Dani Olmo made his debut off the bench.
I like him. I think he'll be a good player for them in the long run.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of him, but I have heard great things about him and do look forward to seeing him.
But it ends 2-2. Huge points for top of the table to keep Leipzig in the title hunt. If they had lost this game, I think that... Not over, but that would have been a big dent in their season. They're still in the
mix. These are two not so great results for them the past two games.
It's also big momentum towards next week's game because they have a huge fixture next week.
But play
these guys, but because they are overtaken by Bayern Munich, they are now top of the Bundesliga. They win 3-1 over Mainz.
Yeah, Mainz.
Goals from Lewandowski, Thomas Muller, and Thiago Alcantara.
Just a nice, clean victory, essentially.
Very Bayern Munich.
Yes.
Clean, clinical.
Yeah, they
the title race in the Bundesliga is nice. It's different to see.
It is very good. I'm a big fan of the Bundesliga this year.
I'm a fan of the Bundesliga and I'm a fan of Serie A as well.
Do you expect Bayern to steamroll the rest of the season, or do you see them slipping up any other times?
Oh, no. I think the key match will be Bayern versus Dortmund. We haven't had a good Bayern-Dortmund match in a long time.
There have been supposed good matches. Then Dortmund just completely bottled.
I know, but I mean, like, when it comes to the title, it's been a while.
Dortmund?
I'm excited for the next one.
Next week, Dortmund play Leverkusen. That's not an easy game. Leverkusen are a solid side.
This is true.
Bayern Munich host Leipzig. Now, this could be a game that could kill off Leipzig, or could open it wide open again if Leipzig get a result here.
Ends 0-0.
And plus, I think Leipzig also needs some momentum going into the Champions League as well.
They got that Nkunku goal to draw Gladbach. Maybe that's the momentum they needed to fire the team up and push them on into the next fixture.
Yeah, I mean, a 90th minute goal kind of fires you up a little bit.
Granted, there is DFB call this midweek, so that could change momentum.
Okay.
But Bayern Munich, they're just so good. They got Lewandowski.
Especially recently, I mean, also...
they're just good.
And Alphonso Davies is playing
He's doing fantastically.
Our local boy, but...
Yeah. David Alaba at center back still is weird for me.
I know.
It works.
And what's his name? Theo Fernandes?
No, that's AC Milan.
Oh, I always get
Lucas Fernandes.
He's coming back from injury too.
The guy that we just don't know exists.
Yeah,
he's actually been playing very well for
Somehow
AC Milan.
That guy's French.
Oh, you're talking about Theo Fernandes now?
Yeah, he's actually playing well for Milan from what I've seen.
Shut up.
Okay.
What?
Anyways, yeah.
So Bayern, their bench, I mean, it's better than
their
it was
bench
in
is
the
getting
past.
better. I mean, Coutinho comes on, Gnabry comes on, Tolisso comes on.
At least
it's slowly getting better.
At least you don't have 5 youth players on with 2 senior men.
They don't have Singh on the bench.
I mean, to be fair, they don't even have a full bench.
No, they don't.
If you look at Mainz's bench, it's so many more players.
It doesn't matter for Bayern Munich. It doesn't matter because they won the game.
I mean,
that's basically their middle name is Bayern winning Munich. As stupid as that sounds,
honest, it is though. Like Bayern Munich they know how to win the Bundesliga. They know how to just put together a string of results and to be clinical. I think since we've been doing this podcast, this is the best Bundesliga title race we've had.
Last year's was pretty good.
It was good. There was 2 teams involved.
Yeah.
This is 4 teams.
Yeah, fair.
So I mean, it's good that there's a fight. There's drive. Teams are getting better in the Bundesliga, and Bayern Munich going, hey, we have to improve to keep on winning this thing. Otherwise, we're going to slip up one season.
Or is Bayern just getting worse?
A little bit potentially.
Because look, throughout this whole decade, they had, last decade, sorry for making that mistake again, but they had Robben and Ribéry, two of the best players of that generation.
Yeah, they had Manuel Neuer, best of his prime of his career.
They also have Boateng in his prime, Philipp Lahm, Schweinsteiger. So,
but now, Robben and Ribéry,
they're gone.
Yeah, they were still performing well for the club at age 35.
Yeah. Lewandowski, he is scoring a hell of a lot of goals, but he is aging. He is getting towards the end of his career.
But he's like a fine wine. He gets better with age.
But the players around him have been pretty inconsistent earlier in the season. Now they've won many matches in a row. Yeah. So can they keep the consistency up? Will the Champions League kind of shift their focus a little? I don't know.
Well, Fabian, let us know.
Yes.
He always gives a nice in-depth comment about Bayern. It's nice.
The Fabian update should be in the comments.
Yes. We love it. But
another game I want to talk about is Hoffenheim versus Leverkusen. Now, I did just say Leverkusen are a solid side. They're not bad, but they do lose 2-1 to Hoffenheim.
Oh, that's not good.
They did score first through Moussa Diaby, but then André Kramaric and Robert Skov makes it.
I've heard good things about Robert Skov in the past, but
you know a guy who I'm disappointed in? Not disappointed, but Kai Havertz. It's such a great season last year. Has not lived up to the same.
He had an injury earlier this year that caused some problems.
Yes, but we were looking at last year being, is he the next 100 million pound man kind of thing, you know? But 4 goals, 2 assists this year.
He
is still 20.
He's 20.
Let's not write him off. But hey, get playing, Kai.
It kind of held last season because Kai Havertz and Julian Brandt kind of connected quite well in the middle of the park, but unfortunately, Brandt is now at Dortmund.
He is.
Well, or fortunately, depending on your perspective. So, Bundesliga table looking great, but something we don't really look too often at it. How's the relegation race looking?
What about Piontek?
Oh, yeah. He
made his debut for Hertha Berlin.
How did he do?
He came off the bench, so.
It was 0-0.
It was 0-0.
Okay. Well, it's all right.
It's a fall from grace right there, Mr. Christoph Piontek.
We'll see how it unfolds.
Come on, give him a chance.
He doesn't like giving Polish players chances.
Why is it always I don't like the Polish, the Danish, the Finnish?
Any other Polish player we talk about except for Robert Lewandowski, slag.
This is true.
I praised the Celtic striker that's Polish.
You've never seen him play.
He played for Celtic.
You're just hoping he's the next Robert Lewandowski.
He came on for 5 minutes. He stood there.
It's like
Patrick Klimala, whatever the hell you want to call him today.
Like when we talked great about Glik, you're like, yo, no.
Kamil Glik is not great. I'm sorry.
He's got a point.
Yeah. But Szczęsny.
Szczęsny.
You're not a fan of him. He made a great save, by the way, for Juventus.
I don't think he's the best of the best, but hey, he's doing his thing.
This man boils my blood sometimes.
Top 5.
Are you saying Alisson is? You saying he's better than Alisson?
I'm not saying he's the best goalkeeper in the world, but
all black.
I'd say he's world class.
I would say this
Step
too.
below.
I know
he's an A-.
You wanted to talk about the relegation battle in the Bundesliga.
Yes.
We'll get back to Szczesny once we head into Italy.
Okay.
But let's just take a glance at the relegation battle. What's it looking like?
Paderborn are going down.
Not a surprise.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's very close.
Paderborn are going down.
It's like
close.
It's like it's a race for the title. Except it's for 18th.
I'm more like shocked at the fact that Werder Bremen are so low.
Yeah, that'd be insane if they get relegated.
It's a decent sized club.
I know, but it's like one of those things where every year a top club in the Bundesliga tends to get relegated or close.
Like Stuttgart, Hamburg.
Yeah.
If Werder Bremen get relegated, that would be.
Well, that's bad for them. I'm sorry. You guys put yourself in that hole. What am I can't feel sorry for you. Maybe your fans, but not the club.
I feel very sorry for the fans.
Yes, I mean, it's like if Celtic got relegated. It's never going to happen.
I don't see it happening anytime soon, I gotta be honest with
you. They've had great players in the club. Like, you remember Diego?
Yes, I do. I remember those
days. Look at Werder Bremen's squad right now.
Didn't Mario Götze play for them at
some
point? No.
They had
not Götze, Gomez.
Mario Gomez? I don't think so.
Okay.
They have the young American Joshua Sargent.
Yes. Rashika, he's a good player.
They have Toprak, who's okay. Nuri Sahin, Eckstein,
Claudio Pizarro, the 41-year-old Peruvian.
That's right.
If they get relegated with him, that'd be so sad.
But shout out to Augsburg, who have the legendary Stefan Liechtensteiner.
God.
That's where he's ended up.
Yes.
He was a very good fullback for Juve for a time. I thought he was very
like Bremen, they've had Gnabry in the past, and then they've had
guys. Players move, things happen, the game evolves.
He's got a point.
Leeds, Nottingham Forest. There's a team in lower divisions of England
he
that has two Champions League titles.
He might be a prisoner of the moment. You're a prisoner of the past.
That's not true.
Yes,
that's not true at all.
I enjoy that.
I barely talk about Liverpool's past
because you don't want to.
Because it's been a long time, Lucas.
I could generally talk about 05.
But why would you with your current form?
Huh?
Why would you with your current form?
We won the Champions League last year.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like, why would you in the current state of Liverpool talk about the past? You're
Don't talk about Slippy G anymore. Talk about big Captain Jay Hendo. We can arguably say Jay Henderson has won more that's important for Liverpool than Jared ever has.
I'm more so a prisoner. I'm a prisoner.
Jared's won one Champions League?
Yeah.
That's about it.
FA Cup? It was more prestigious back then.
Now we're talking about Captain Jay Hendo, Champions League, Premier League.
Let's not get too far. We're talking about the Bundesliga.
We can have that argument on another day.
I would just like to say I would be a prisoner of the future.
Stir that pot.
I'm a prisoner of the future.
Are you?
You're
looking forward.
Yeah, something like this is
United. Next year's our year.
Premier League in 5 years.
We're moving on for the Bundesliga because we don't know much about the relegation battle. I hate to break it to you.
I think Fabian will break it down. Serie A.
Okay.
Probably also very exciting right now. I mean, everyone has the idea that Juve is going to win the league. But aside from that,
you don't know that.
Yeah, I think Lazio has made it very interesting recently.
Well, Inter's still winning.
Yeah, but they also draw a game from time to time, and it's annoying.
Yeah.
Guys, I gotta be honest with you. Penaldo
happened this weekend. Juventus beat Fiorentina 3-0.
Some controversy, but
yeah, I mean, there's always controversy in Italy.
2 penalties. Ronaldo scores both of them, and then Matthias de Ligt at the very end makes it 3-0.
Yeah,
Fiorentina are not that good.
I thought they said Matthias de Luigi for a second.
Matthias de Luigi, that's a great name right there.
What the hell is happening?
That should be a pro player.
Yes. Once again, Szczesny. He made an excellent save against Fiorentina.
He is a good goalie.
I don't know if you really put him in the top 5. No, because you have Alisson, Ter Stegen,
Oblak,
De Gea.
On his day, potentially.
No,
but
I'd
not
still
this
put De
season.
Gea top 5.
Not this season. I'm putting Ederson in there.
Ederson? No, I would say, especially with the way he travels through not travels, but
I'm putting Ederson in there before I put De Gea.
This
season's form?
No.
This season's form?
How many red cards has he had?
I don't care. How many blunders has De Gea made?
Alisson has a red card this season.
I'm just saying, man. Don't disrespect De Gea like that. He's been keeping us in games still.
But he's also been costing you guys points.
Manuel Neuer still has to be in the conversation.
I'd say Szczesny.
He's dropped off a lot.
Yeah, right now Szczesny. He's Like Robert Lewandowski, Polish players tend to age like a fine wine.
What about?
Well, no, I'm not really.
I'm sorry. I can't handle you.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying, man. Put more respect on his name. De Gea and
What about Thibaut Courtois? He's had a brilliant year this year.
That's a good point, Liam.
There's a list of goalies who are better than Szczesny.
Let's give it to the viewers. Who do you guys think are the current top 5 goalies? What do you think of Szczesny? Szczesny, I can't pronounce. It's a tough name to pronounce.
You're Polish.
I'm not fluent. I'm not great
Neither
at it.
am I.
You're better than me. Anyways, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, so Serie A, Atalanta drew 2-2, but that's okay because...
A little disappointing about that because they did look good last week.
But that's okay.
Was his favorite striker scored? Ilicic.
Yes, he did. He's on form still. He's a striker that's been under the radar, I think. He's just like Playa.
He's not really a striker.
He's a center forward.
It's kind of hard to explain what type position he is.
But it doesn't matter. He's still putting the ball in the back of the net consistently. And just like Playa, another player who is very much under the radar in Europe.
But that's okay for Atalanta drawing because Sassuolo shocks Roma 4-2.
Beat up the Romans.
Good.
Jermaine Boga with a reverse Robin.
Wow.
Caputo has 2 in the game. I don't watch much Serie A. So
it's very rare when I hear. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about.
But N'Dzeko got a goal. I do like N'Dzeko.
No, I just noticed that in Italy, red cards are very common. Just gonna say that. It's very weird.
I don't know if you have any statistical.
I'm not gonna break down too much of these games because, like I said, I didn't watch any of it.
5-1.
But Lazio over Spal. Lazio, they continue their winning form. 5-1 over Spal. Yet again, Mr. Ciro Immobile scored. He scored 2 in this game.
25 goals this season.
Yes,
I think he needs to be. Should he be in the conversation for one of the better strikers in Europe right now? Best
this season, yes.
He should be, but he's like I said a few weeks ago. He's never going to get the credit because of the past.
That's probably true.
Also, because I don't think he's on a big enough team.
I mean, Lazio.
He's not in Europe anymore.
I mean, be fair. I think Lazio in the next few years could be.
Yes, but I'm saying if Lazio had made it through their Champions League group,
they weren't even in the
Europa League group, and gone through and made a bit of a Europa League run, you say, hey, European competition, doing well, scoring goals, a bit more of a stage, but. If you're not in a team playing European football, nobody's going to go, that's the next star striker.
What he's going to have to do is come up big for Italy in the Euros.
Yeah.
Yeah,
honestly, you're not wrong.
100%.
Yeah.
He needs to continue this form into the Euros, yeah.
If he gets Italy deep into the Euros with some clutch goals,
Yeah.
people are going to change their opinions on Ciro Immobile and then start paying attention to what he's doing for his club.
Not only that, he could probably get himself a transfer to even like Juventus.
I don't think he needs to transfer.
No, not really.
Lazio have a good system in place. They have some good players there. Mm-hmm. They have to keep a hold of them, and they need to grow them.
And also, transfers in the past haven't really helped him.
No, not at all.
And also, he also played for Torino in the past.
He is 29, so he doesn't have a million years left.
Another player that's been doing well is Luis Alberto. He's probably one of the best midfielders in Europe right now, too.
I mean, that's pushing it, but he's definitely one.
Yeah, that's another player who, he's going to get called up to Spain for the Euros, and it'll be interesting to see what he does as well.
I mean, Spain
have a wealth of talent.
I know,
but they don't have that elite talent that they had a handful of years ago.
Yeah.
They're never going to have that back, I think.
Yeah, having all those players at the same time.
Yeah. No, that's the golden
There's a reason why they had the domination of, World Cup, Euros, World Cup, right?
Yeah, for sure. And but Inter also do win.
I want to talk about Inter. Lukaku gets a brace. They win it 2-0 over Udinese.
Look how happy he is.
Yeah, okay, don't rub it in. We have Igalo now.
Lukaku, he's got 16 goals so far this season in Inter Milan. You would love to have him at your squad.
Now we got Odeon now.
Don't even try.
Got faith in Odeon.
Yes. And if we move across Milan, we go to AC Milan. They get a 1-1 result with Hellas Verona.
No Zlatan.
Big problem.
Doesn't matter. Kalinoglu scores a deflection and free kick. So that's what happens.
Zlatan's come in actually done well at AC Milan, even just confidence-wise.
He's probably a good mentor,
Yes.
So we have you.
It's good to have Zlatan around. Any other interesting results in Italy?
I think we covered everything, really.
Lecce beat up Torino.
Oh, yes. Lecce beat Torino 4-0.
Torino are bad.
I'll be honest. Torino have been in shocking form recently.
That's 11 goals conceded in their last 2 matches.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure last game they also had 2 red cards, so that didn't really help them this game.
Do you expect their manager to get sacked?
Probably. Yes.
Napoli do play Sampdoria tomorrow. Now, on paper, these two teams seem miles apart, but really they're not.
No.
They are 7 points apart of the table, but only
Napoli,
5 spots.
Napoli might have some, confidence going into this game after beating Juventus, but we'll see.
And do you know who Sampdoria manager is?
No, tell me.
Claudio.
Ranieri,
yes.
But yeah, that's our casual Serie A recap. If you wanted more serious recap, don't watch us.
Spain. No. The Madrid derby happened.
Oh, what a crap.
Lucas, why are you shocked by this?
I mean, it was better than the last one. I'd give it that. Yes, there was actually some good chances.
I'll take it from him. He watches this stuff.
Yes, I did watch it.
It ends 1-0 for Real Madrid.
I didn't pay the most attention to it. It's more like background to my Liverpool.
It's shocking when the Madrid derby is just a boring game.
I mean, at least there was a goal this time.
Yeah, at least. Well, I mean, Real Madrid continue their good form in La Liga.
Karim Benzema does score to make the 1-0 to get the only goal of the game.
I thought Atletico Madrid were better in the first half. They created some good chances, including hitting the post. But second half, they were just non-existent, honestly. And it was just a disgraceful performance from them. And Real Madrid, they just so good defensively. Like it's so hard to create good chances against them.
I just really like the way that Zidane made Real
Atletico Madrid set up, or at least on paper, here's a 4-4-2 with Vitolo as a striker with Morata. Vitolo's not a forward. Morata's not good.
Yeah, but Vitolo's probably playing more of like a center attacking mid role.
Yes, he's playing as a number 10, but it's not exciting.
I mean, like.
I don't know. You look at that 11. Where are their goals coming from?
Yeah, Lucas, I know you want to defend them, but it's kind of hard right now.
I can't defend them. They're not even in the top 4 right now.
No, I think
Valencia, who started the season terribly, have passed them.
Getafe,
not even that. Leganes has been playing well.
Leganes.
Getafe.
Leganes are 18th.
I got them mixed up. I'm sorry.
But they did draw Atletico last week.
Yes.
It's so hard right now.
No, it's like, but yeah, it's 1-0 Real Madrid. That does put them on top of, I almost said Serie A, La Liga, 49 points. Second place, Barcelona. They get a 2-1 win over Levante.
Now, Real Madrid win La Liga.
I mean, it's easy
They're
to make
favorites right now.
No, I just think because Barcelona just still have plenty of problems.
Well, you're a big fan of young talent.
Yes.
Ansu Fati becomes the youngest player in La Liga history to score a brace in a game.
It's a quick one, too.
2-1 against Levante. 30th minute, 31st minute he scores.
I like that goal a lot. Messi, what a pass.
Yes, Messi pulled some strings.
He always does.
As he does, yeah, exactly.
Magician.
He's good. Hot take, Messi's good. You heard it here first, guys.
Just good.
Villarreal, they do get a 3-1 victory over Osasuna. They're not terrible this year.
Villarreal? They're 7th.
They're not bad. They're not terrible.
I mean,
Sevilla, they get a 1-1 with Alaves.
It's crazy to see Getafe in 3rd place. Honestly.
No, that's the thing.
Getafe get 2-0 victory over Athletic Bilbao.
It does not.
I know Getafe finished 5th last season. It doesn't look.
It's nice to see some change in La Liga.
I mean,
if I told you that Suarez and Mata scored, would you believe it is not the Suarez and Mata you think?
No. Somebody the other day on Wednesday, I was at a bar watching the Oilers game. They're talking football with me, and he was trying to make up some story or some transfer that Luis Suarez is going back to Liverpool in some swap transfer deal.
I don't think that's happening.
I'm like,
he's broken right now.
I'm just agreeing with him. Like, okay, nice, that's good. Wow, I didn't hear about that. No.
Canadian
but at the same time, I'm in the back of my mind like, this is not happening. I would love to see who your source is.
The Daily Mail.
But now this is how we're from North America. When you're talking football, or soccer as I like to call it, and he's like, yeah, so Liverpool are they're trading for Suarez.
and not to hate on the North American football fan.
Yes. Because we are.
Yes.
Well, yes, but I like to say we're a bit more educated, a bit more...
Some would say No.
Now you got to be careful, Liam. You got to be careful. You might sound a bit elitist here.
But I'm saying is we've been around the game for all of our lives.
I'll be honest,
all of our parents are all European. Mm-hmm. We've grown up with parents who are, have played European football, grown up in the European game. So we don't have that, I just learned about this sport 10 years ago kind of thing.
I mean, I think my parents are a lot less than you guys, to be fair.
Sure.
But we don't need to get into that.
No.
Sure. But we've grown up with family members at least that, European football, played the game, played this, that. So we've grown up in households that, we watch Premier League, or we watch, Bundesliga, whatever, on the weekends.
Whether watching the game or playing the game at a very young age.
Yeah, or just talking about it, yeah. Like, I remember waking up at 5 a.m. on Sundays when I was like 10 to watch games. I'm like, what am I doing right now? Like, but that's how I've grown up around. But yes, don't think of us as that Canadian sports fan.
I mean, there's a lot of smart fans in North America.
I know. I'm not saying there isn't. There's a lot, man. I'm just still kind of baffled. Where did you find this source of Luis Suarez being traded to Liverpool for a swap deal with someone?
Swap deals never happen.
Or something like, and then Suarez is getting loaned back to Barcelona. I'm like, isn't he injured? What?
But what? Like, I saw a TikTok of a guy. He's American, but he was like watching, like comparing like Americans talking about football. So it was like Stuart Holding and those guys. And then some Sky Sports talking, and like when the Americans were talking, he just had this weird face. Yeah. And then when the British people were talking, he's like,
I saw that. So here's the thing. I think one of the best commentators out there right now is actually American. He's a very legend. I don't know his name, but he's always with Ray Hudson.
Oh, for La Liga.
Drew.
I really like him.
Cadero?
Yeah, he's not the American, but he's great.
Yeah.
So
Ray Hudson makes everything great though.
No, but he does. Yeah. Ray Hudson's the
secondary
color.
Guy. Yeah.
Well, this guy's.
Oh no, it's Phil Scowen or.
Yes, that's him. It's got to be him. He's great. I love him.
Trace Cadero is also pretty good, and Marto Bonetti and
I mean they're not bad commentators. I mean MLS is plenty.
Nobody's touching Martin Tyler. I hate to break it to you.
I say Peter Drury's better.
Peter Drury.
I personally prefer Martin Tyler. There's no way in beating that.
There's not much else to talk about in La Liga.
Martin Tyler
just the fact that
come on, Martin Tyler, Alan Smith doesn't get better than that.
I agree. Just the fact that Real Madrid are on top and Barcelona are second. Getafe shockingly in third. Sevilla fourth.
There was a TikTok comment that wanted us to mention Granada.
Oh, okay.
And because they beat Badalona 3-1 in the Copa del Rey round of 32, and they also beat Badajoz.
Well, where's Granada right now in the league?
Okay?
They're 10th in the league right now.
Oh, that's not bad. They're improving. They're clearly going to go doing well in Copa del Rey. Yeah, so
I mean, they just beat Espanyol. They play Valencia in the Copa del Rey.
Not the Badalona.
Espanyol is an established club.
I mean, there's been some wild results in the Copa del Rey.
Granada's had some interesting results over the last couple of years too.
Sevilla lost to a team called Mirandes or Mirandes or.
I wish I was here last episode where the episode you guys were talking about the Ibiza team. I would love to play for Mallorca. I would love to play for either Mallorca or Ibiza. The weather is just great.
Fantastic. You live on an island, yeah.
And it's like Ibiza's with the party town of Spain. Yeah. You guys were pulling the Spanish accents. Ibiza. I call it Ibiza. Come on. Took a pill in Ibiza.
Do you want to talk about Ligue 1?
Okay. We can. There's something I think Waz would want to mention.
What?
What happened?
3 syllables. Mbappe.
He scored. He did things.
Well, he did also something else.
I didn't actually notice what he did. His goal was fantastic.
He got subbed off.
His goal was brilliant.
He got subbed off.
Okay.
And then he had a fight with Thomas Tuchel.
Oh, of course. Grow up.
Second time.
Here's the thing. I'm losing a little bit respect for Mbappe, but I'm gaining more for Neymar.
Shocking.
Yes, Neymar has...
Here's the thing with Mbappe. He hasn't signed a contract at PSG yet. He's holding out.
Yeah.
He's getting into arguments with Thomas Tuchel for being taken off, or play styles seem to be not really working at PSG. But there's still rumors about him going to Liverpool. Those are not going away. And Real Madrid. They're just not going away.
I think he'll go to Real Madrid. It's more realistic.
I don't know.
But also, according to Le Parisien...
Could you imagine a front four of Mane... Probably Salah up front or Mbappe up front, and then Salah, and then Firmino behind. That's just wild.
Yeah. How old is Salah?
He's in his late 20s, like 28.
Never mind.
That's just wild.
But according to Le Parisien, the sporting director of PSG sat down with Mbappe and Tuchel on Sunday at some place I won't need to pronounce. They tried to do this to sort out the pair's difference. The tension still remains, and it appears that the relationship will take time to fix. Mbappe has continued to ignore the new contract extension that PSG has put on the table.
If Liverpool somehow managed to get Mbappe, that just shows how much they've changed their reputation over the last couple of years.
But it's not really, this isn't technically new with Mbappe. In the past, apparently he's been kicked out of both Monaco's U17s and France's U17s by two different coaches who couldn't stand his attitude.
Yeah.
So maybe this is something many people haven't noticed in the past.
When you're told you're the best from a young age, or
ego
to you.
But I remember like last year when you guys kept defending Mbappe and everything, and I was like, I mean, there's things I'm not liking.
Lucas saw some of the bad.
I just still like Mbappe. The guy's great.
I mean, his goal is fantastic. I'm like, how did you do that?
If any manager in the world was to fix him, it'd be Jurgen Klopp.
I mean, he can still improve his attitude, and I'm sure you wouldn't see this guy having this attitude to a guy like Klopp or Zidane, right?
No.
Well, you would think. Well, I know he looks up to Zidane as an idol, so I mean, you would think he'd respect him.
And if you did something like that, there'd be players in Real Madrid being like,
spot,
"Yo, we know you're a $200 million."
Can we just slightly talk about this game though? They played.
They won 5-0 over Montpellier.
So Di Maria, he scored a very nice chip.
Did he?
Screw him. Still don't like him.
The snake.
But fun fact about this game, Montpellier's goalie ended up getting sent off.
Okay.
The problem with this is Montpellier's second string goalie because their first string goalie got a red card the game before. So they put in their third string goalie. What is wrong with these goalies?
They're all angry, man.
I know. And
goalies are angry.
I remember reading something of a goalkeeper making his debut off the bench for a club in Liga with a team that I think it was PSG, but it was like in the 90s, I think.
Yeah.
And he came off on his debut, gets a red card.
Good.
On his last game of his career.
You know what makes me more excited about this? I see this result. I'm like, Dortmund versus PSG is gonna be so good.
Goal scored.
Håland versus Mbappe.
And it's also Tuchel's former team too.
There's
so many. Yeah, and Neymar might actually get to play in the Champions League.
Yeah, shout out to Neymar on his pink hair, by the way. It looks good on him. I don't know. I just like Neymar now. He another thing happened in this game. He tried doing a rainbow flick, right? Mm-hmm. And somehow the referee ends up booking him for it. Because the referee saw him do it, and the ref's like, stop doing that. Stop doing the flicks. So Neymar kind of gets into argument, gets a yellow card for it. Let him be creative. There's a Brazilian flair you want to see. It's kind of been lacking in our game.
Samba flair.
He also got kicked in the back, then proceeds to dribble the person who kicked him from the free kick.
God, sure, I don't like Neymar's little antics when he gets hit.
Do you know the team Nimes is in 19th?
Good for them.
Do you know what they did this week? They beat Monaco 3-1.
All right then. Sorry, Monaco.
Monaco had 2 red cards in the 32nd minute.
So yeah,
Bakayoko and Gelson Martins both got sent off at the same time.
I mean, what's the context with that?
I have no idea.
But
I mean, there's 2 red cards in Nice versus Lyon.
There is a small connection though I'd like to make here to end the podcast.
Sure. Oh, we're not even done yet.
You have more?
What would you like to talk about?
There's a French connection.
Is there? Okay, tell me.
From France to Canada, where a French club by the name of Olympique Lyon wants to invest in a Canadian Premier League team, apparently. I don't know where all this interest is coming from Europe, and all of a sudden investing in the Canadian Premier League.
No, when we say investing, what are they actually investing?
Like they're going to make a club acquisition.
They're going to own the club kind of thing?
Something like that.
So it's kind of like Man City, how they own...
Yeah.
Like,
and another
Sydney
example is Atletico Madrid. They acquired, I guess, Ottawa FC in the Canadian Premier League.
It's a different Ottawa team, I think.
Yeah, but they're going to be in the Canadian Premier League.
Yeah.
And it just shows that there's actually interest in Canadian football right now.
I think what these clubs are hoping for is that they find a talent.
Yeah,
they're able to find them when they're young.
Like a Davies or a David.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Jonathan David, yeah. But yeah, I think they're like, hey, let's find these players when they're young. You know, Canada
there's
is
a lot of talent
market
in BC, Ontario, Alberta.
But are they good enough for Europe?
Well, the thing is, if they find them when they're 15, 16, they can bring them over to Europe and get them in.
That's if they have a European descent or citizenship.
Well, I guess you can't bring.
Well, this is something I didn't really expect to happen with Canadian, but this is great for Canada and Canadian soccer.
Hopefully, some money.
Canadian soccer, football. So I kind of want to know from everybody who's listening right now, if you're this far into the podcast, what do you think of Canadian football right now and the Canadian Premier League? Have you watched a match? Have you been following it at all? I kind of want to know where we're at with this.
I hope some money gets put in the league, and I hope some the quality improves over time, and I hope it grows because this country needs a good stable league and good stable teams.
You haven't had much faith in it.
Just because I've seen it fail so many times. We've had probably 3 different leagues coming now to this city, to our city of Edmonton, and big hype, and all of a sudden it just goes away, kind of thing. And I feel that this could be the same thing, where first couple seasons there's hype, the teams are doing well, the players seem okay, and then all of a sudden,
I see what you
fans
mean.
Leave, money leaves, hype dies, and the league dies.
I think the right people are right now in charge of the Canadian Premier League.
So. I hope it does continue.
I mean, it was I think right before, a year before the league started up, I think Paul Byrne was the operating chief. If you don't know who that is, he helped set up Toronto FC. Yeah. And look how they did after that.
Yeah, but didn't he leave?
He left for some reason to try a new project, I guess. Mm-hmm. So, but shout out to Paul Byrne. Met him once.
There you go. I'm very happy for you.
Liam, we can't forget before we end the podcast without talking about the Scottish Premiership.
Yes, there we go. We always need some Celtic.
And I have to talk something about Rangers.
Oh, well, let's talk about the league first. We'll get on to the topics then. Rangers, they blew it again.
Of course they did.
They drew Aberdeen 0-0. Now, not a terrible result because Aberdeen's not the shittiest team in the history of the world. But Celtic do get a 4-1 victory over Hamilton. So, I mean, Celtic's got a good gap. Was Lucas? You both. We got a good gap at the top of the league.
I mean, yeah, even with Rangers game in hand, you guys gotten a significant lead this past. It's not good. It's not good for Rangers.
They don't have a game in hand no more.
Yeah, they do.
We've both played 23.
No, you've played 24.
I don't think so.
That's what Google's telling me.
Have we? Yes, we have. You're correct.
Well, good to see Kilmarnock in the mid-table.
Kilmarnock. Sorry if I mispronounced.
Ross County's in the St. Mary's.
Kilmarnock got their first win in forever.
Aberdeen's fourth.
Kilmarnock's not good.
At least Hearts are out of last place.
But Hamilton's in last. They're going for relegation.
Hamilton are always up and down.
Yeah,
Ackies.
I've watched them a little bit this
year. Have you actually? No. Hudson Edwards scored a fantastic free kick in this game. He is a good player.
I mean, do you expect him to go to Europe next season? Oh, well, he is in Europe, but do you expect him to go to a top 5 league potentially?
I mean, he's only 22.
Like a Roma or something.
I mean, there's been talks about him going to Dortmund, but I don't see Dortmund.
You know who you should have signed?
Who?
Javier Fernandes.
Why would we need a washed up Chicharito?
Did you see the recent video of him and his vlog?
Not really.
The man was crying that he had to go to the MLS.
Oh, I saw that.
What?
Well, he was crying that his European
dream
part of his career is over.
That was I was watching on Reddit. I'm like, this is so sad.
He referred to it as retirement.
Essentially, yeah, he was.
And all that Mary was like, "What are you saying? We're not a retirement league." Like, yes, you are. Face it. The big names go there to just wind down their career.
Yeah, he was on the phone with his dad and saying, our dream is over, our European dream is over, and
I mean, it is a big deal. Especially from guys like Mexico who have big ambitions to be top players.
Yeah, he's been some of the biggest teams in the world. He's had a fantastic career.
Yeah, you can't deny that his career. It may have ended. The last few seasons may have been worse than what you would have expected.
He had a big year in the Bundesliga where he put 25 goals, I think.
And then he dropped off massively. Yeah, but you can't take away that great year.
He's always going to be the Fergie type
Manchester United player. You could have kept that dream alive,
I don't think we were in the market for Chicharito.
I'm
just upset we didn't sign Victor Wanyama. There was
okay.
Supposedly he was on a plane going to Glasgow, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Nah, it's not happening no more."
He just turned the plane around.
They couldn't agree on personal wages, kind of thing. It's like, guys, whatever it takes, you sign Victor, okay?
Or maybe his contract's ending soon. So
I think it's coming up in the summer. I want to say.
Hey, maybe you can try again.
I'll take Victor. But yes, talk about your Rangers fact.
It's not a fact, really. Someone on TikTok asked to talk about Giannis Hadji going to Rangers. Giannis Hadji is was considered a very promising player. Still is. He's the son of Jorge Jorge Hagi.
He's a Romanian legend. This is his son, 21-year-old Romanian.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what do I feel about the transfer going to Rangers? I mean, I gotta be honest, I don't know a hell of a lot about the guy.
So I prepared.
Okay, tell me.
So yeah, he only played 13 minutes on his debut, and from what I could gather, Rangers fans seemed happy with what they saw and seemed excited. He is like a kind of one of those typical number 10 creative players. Like I watched him in the under 21 Euros last year for Romania, where they performed very well.
Yeah.
And there's a handful of talented Romanian players on that side. But he then, like, right after that Euros, he got a move to Genk, and there's a lot of promise, high expectations, sort of seeing him like kick on and perform even better for a club that is going to be in the Champions League. But this isn't the first time he made a big move and not work out completely, because he went to Fiorentina in the past, didn't really work out, came back to Romania, and then made another move away from Romania to Genk. Now he's going on loan to Rangers, and like I don't watch Belgian football.
I think Rangers are hoping he's able to live up to his expectations and play out of his skin, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't watch much Belgian football at all. No. I don't think any of us do.
No.
But like on his stats, it says 14 appearances, 3 goals, 4 assists.
So nothing outstanding.
That
I know Rangers fans are rather excited about this transfer. I was like, man, they signed him because Jermaine Defoe got injured.
Oh.
Defoe got stretchered off, so he's going to be out for.
But they're different type of players, though.
Yeah, but he's a goal scorer. They're looking for goal scorers.
He's not really a goal scorer, though. He's more of the guy that creates the goals. Maybe he can probably contribute, but he hasn't gotten that many minutes in Belgium, though. So like there's part of the problem. Like, why isn't he able to adapt to these more tougher leagues?
Well, Rangers fans are hoping he can contribute to Alfredo Morelos. And Alfredo Morelos is the guy I want to talk about because something happened to him over the week.
Is it good?
About 3 or 4 days ago, I think it was the Sun, I want to say.
Oh, the crap!
They reported that a Celtic fan had cut the brake lines on his car in an attempted murder scheme. Now, Celtic fans went, yeah, no, that didn't happen. Rangers fans wanted blood. They were, this is the attempted murder, hound him down, and all this. Turns out, the man was not an attempted murderer. It was a private investigator putting a tracking device on his car because his wife believes he's having an affair.
Oh, wow.
So Rangers fans, shut up. Morelos, we didn't do anything. We're pure and innocent, as we always have.
Yes, well, affairs and football players, that's a common theme.
We are good. We are Celtic.
Okay.
I mean, that's why you don't trust the Sun.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what newspaper it was, but they reported it.
Well.
But yeah, I think that's my fun facts of the week, I gotta be honest.
Oh.
Anything else? Nothing? Anything? You want to talk about anything?
No, I think we covered everything I've wanted.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired now. It's
late.
It's past 10:30 our time.
Oh, I might still live stream. I don't know.
Oh.
Let's move it on. If you have watched the entire podcast, we greatly appreciate it. We thank you for the support you've been giving us over the past few months and weeks. Make sure you are subscribed on YouTube, following us on any and all social medias. Links are in the description. Make sure you are liking the video, commenting down below, get involved in the conversation. We pose questions. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, and again, ask any questions you have. Yeah. We'll answer them next week because of the lack of Premier League games to really talk about.
And share the podcast to help us get our name out there with your friends. Talk about football. Let us be a part of that conversation with you guys. TikTok, I want to get to 14,000.
We're not even at 13.
I want to get to 14,000 before the end of before the next podcast.
That's ambitious.
That's my goal. Do it. Share it. Follow it. Everything.
We've done crazier.
Let's do it.
I mean, that's
Let's do
1,600 people.
Let's do it, Lucas.
I agree with you, Lucas. That's a bit crazy.
Put some good TikToks up, Lucas.
So it
would help if you send in that TikTok.
I'm trying, man. It takes a lot of time.
You even upload
Make something easier.
You even upload the one I gave you about Inter Milan and signings.
I uploaded your other one.
You're talking United too much in that. That's why.
Yeah, this one is. Never mind, man. You suck sometimes.
What? I thought the Inter one was out of date.
Now it is. It would have been perfect last weekend.
From all of us at the 90th minute, these two and myself and Greg, wherever he may be, Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and listening.
Wait. One last thing.
Oh my God. Okay.
So the Super Bowl just happened, right?
Yes.
Football met, in my opinion.
Because Shakira
did Waka Waka. I hope you saw that, because when I watched that, I actually had chills go down when I saw her start performing Waka. I'm like, I was about to cry. I was going to cry because it was like, that was my summer song in 2010 during the World Cup. And just to see it live on TV one more time since then, it was like...
I mean, it's probably going to happen again.
I don't know, man, but that was an emotional moment for me. I don't know about you guys.
Are you going to cry?
No, I'm not going to cry, but God bless you, Shakira.
Don't really care for the 90th minute, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and listening. This has been yet another week in a beautiful game. We will see you next time. See ya.
Nothing against Sheffield, but when you're kind of fifth or
Sheffield United.
We have to now specify Sheffield United. I got yelled at for that.
Sheffield, yes. No, even worse fact. The fact that